Welcome to the GameChanger 00100 show. I am your host, GameChanger. All right, so there's a lot going on. There's a lot I have to cover in this video. And as y'all know, my videos are unscripted. I kind of like do it off the top. So yeah, my mind is just because it goes deep. And there's history with this when we're talking about the Black Manosphere, its cracks in the foundation, so to speak, and what it represents and why it is at the state that it is today, and why in many ways it has been stagnant for quite some time. So for those of you who don't know, the Black Manosphere, a large portion of it, I should say, because there's a lot of independents that are actually doing very well and they started their own thing. But a large portion of the concept, as we understand it, comes from three people who are known as the founding father. Those are Angry Man, O'Shea Duke Jackson, and Obsidian, Mamiya Obsidian Ali. Now, each of these guys I have had personal problems with. Each of them have come at me for seemingly no reason whatsoever. Now, I won't bring up past traumas because it's not very important, but I wanted to understand what was the reason that each of them have decided to do that. And I wanted to understand also why you all haven't hit the like button yet. I want to understand that as well. And in research, I'm trying to find a common thread. And then after me, because this was years ago when they came after me, they leave me alone now. Especially Obsidian, who's gone. I wanted to find out why they wanted to do that. And years later, I just noticed a pattern in the type of people that they go after, who they go after, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I really haven't done much on that with Angry Man, because with him, I kind of already knew what was going on with him. But I noticed a pattern with O'Shea Duke Jackson, and that's who's going to be the primary topic of discussion today. But before I get into that discussion, let me just go ahead and do the short of the day. All right.
Do you love our people enough to invest your intimate and romantic love, wealth, reproductive selves into our people exclusively?
Because I've had an Arabic man, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the worst kind of men for me were the Black men in terms of relationship.
I can second that.
They were disrespectful, cheaters. Not saying that the Arabic man didn't cheat on me. It's just I didn't find out that he cheated on me. He's the one that taught me standards and treated me like a princess, bowing down to my feet. Anything I wanted, he would give it to me. Experience-wise, a Black man treated me a little bad.
One Black man?
For example, my daughter's dad, he's Black, but he was the only man to ever put his hands on me. Man, I've had a white man as well. Same thing. I don't know if it's lust for a Black woman that they had. My experience was great with them. And we didn't break up because of anything bad. It was just time goes on, you move on to different things.
A is society. Do you?
Okay. So, obvious, and shout out to Daily Wrap-Up Crew. Obviously, what's going on here. It's obvious what's going on here, and that is she's trying to make Black men work harder to compete for her. That's it. That's all. Fellas, if you can't see through these tactics, fortunately I can, and you are subscribed here if you're smart and you have hit that like button. But that's all it is. It's like, oh yes, this Arabic man and this white man, they bow to my feet and treat me like a princess. Oh really? Did they marry you? Oh well, yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't work out between me and the Arabic man. But but bow down to my feet. You need to bow down lower to my feet than the Arabic man, because that's you're bad people. And this is also to put Black men in a state of apologetic. They want you in an apologetic state to begin with. They want you oh, I'm sorry for what other members of my ethnicity has done to you, but I'm better and I'm going to do better by treating you like a princess, even though I am not certain if you deserve such treatment or respect those who treat you as such. Listen at this again.
You love our people enough to invest your intimate and romantic love, wealth, reproductive cells into our people exclusively.
Because I've had an Arabic man, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the worst kind of men for me were the black men in terms of relationship.
I can second
They
that.
were disrespectful, cheaters. Not saying that the Arabic man didn't cheat on me.
Black men are cheaters. Not saying that Arabic men aren't cheaters. I just didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
It's just I didn't find out that he cheated on me. He's the one that taught me like standards and treated me like a princess, bowing down to my feet. Anything I wanted, he would give it to me. Experience-wise, a black man treated me a little bad.
One black man?
For example, my daughter's dad, he's black, but he was the only man to ever put his hands.
Okay, I want to examine the term "put hands on me." You see, we think that these things are just slang, right? We think that these things are just urban vernacular. Put hands on me. But there's a reason why these things, these phrases exist. You know, it's not convenient. It's not, she didn't say hit me or beat me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Put hands on me. The reason why they use that is because it includes a wide range of things that includes beating. That BEAT. And the reason why they do that, quite frankly, is so they can put you in that category without you having to actually do the BEAT. You see where I'm going with this? So say, you know, she swings at you and you grab her hand, you put hands on her. Or say she's about to do something, you know, she's like Jonathan Major. She grabs your phone and you grab the phone back. You grab her wrist and you grab the phone back. Oh, you put hands on me. Officer, he put hands on me. It's that type of manipulation. This woman is disgusting.
On me. Man, I've had a white man as well. Same thing. I don't know if it's lust for a black woman that they had. My experience was great with them. And we didn't break up because of anything bad. It was just like, you know, time goes on, you move on to different things.
That's not how it works. You're wasting time with your vagina and your womb. It's like, oh yeah, well, time goes on and you just move on to, no, that's what pump and dump is. Like you win. See, they just got tired of you. They didn't have intentions. They didn't have intentions on being with you and your black daughter for the rest of your lives. They didn't have any of those things going on. They just like, okay, you know, she's fun for now. I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can until it's over. And she's like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. That's because she's measuring by a different stick, or by a different stick with a D, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Ha. All right, so enough of the short of the day. Let me see who's in here, and we'll get started. Okay, Ken C in red. I appreciate you. First Class Kings. Salute. Soul Provider Speaks. Long time no see. Salute to you. Let's see. Chris Takes. Appreciate you. JB Design. Salute. Let's see. All right, and that's it for now. Patrick Saint. Thank you for being a channel member, and salute to you. Let's see what this is talking about. All right. The argument she gives against black men is the same argument white women give to black men about why they don't deal with white men. Well, once again, this is just to get men into a hyper-competitive mode. Now, there is some familiarity breeds contempt. There is the fact that she obviously dated, you know, because she's talking about the other groups of men that she dated in the singular. She's obviously dated, you know, other men a lot more. She's dated black men a lot more than she dated other groups of men. So of course, you know, that's kind of like saying, you know, most of the presidents I didn't like were white. Well, I mean, you know, that's fair, considering that most of the presidents of the United States have always and have been white. So yeah, it's that logic. It's silly, and she's kind of simple for it. I'm actually going to discuss somebody else, a trophy wife, in great detail about this tomorrow. So stay tuned. It's going to be somewhere in the midday, about 9 PST, 12 Eastern. So look forward to that. In the meantime, what I look forward to y'all doing is hitting that like button. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. All right. So Now let's get started. So O'Shea Duke Jackson, he has a tremendous habit of randomly picking on Black men. Now, typically, when you see this type of behavior, you would call somebody like this a hater. You know, he's a hater of Jonathan Majors. He's a hater of this person, this person, this person. But in O'Shea's case, being that he, I'm presumably very wealthy, and he's living life by his own terms as a passport bro. Let's be clear, he is a passport bro. He is one of the few, if not the only passport bro that I know of that has a stipulation of racial solidarity. When you leave a community, when you leave your community, your sense of solidarity is in question. In fact, it's obvious, like, you do not have a solidarity with the community that you left. So then he says, oh, no, I have a solidarity to the race. That's why I'm with this. It's like, okay, that is a valid argument. But then you say, oh, no, it's FBA all day. And, I don't want this particular. So it's definitely, some hypocrisy going on that surrounds him. But I digress. He is one of the only, I can't think of another, pro-Black. He's one of the only pro-Black passport bros, or bro with passports, expat, whatever you want to call it, that I know of, that believes in, oh, snow bunnies never, Black queen forever, snow bunnies never. It's an interesting dynamic. And Cooley is, and shout out to him, I was on his show recently. He's also a YouTube content creator, and he's also, I'm assuming, amassed a wealth behind it. Is now in O'Shea Dukes Jackson's crosshairs. So far, I've counted 3 videos that he's done against Cooley for no particular reasons other than, he dated a single mom, or he's with a single mom, and he's just like relentless trying to call him a hypocrite, drive this point down, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm about to talk about how I don't believe that he's a hypocrite. And I believe that O'Shea Duke Jackson is hating him for reasons other than his perceived hypocrisy for dating a single mom and his desire to date white women. I think that it stems from a low self-esteem that's deep within him that causes him to attack other people. And I'm going to explain to you why that low self-esteem exists in people like O'Shea. I've studied it for quite some time, and I was the victim of this. Hit that like button, spitting fire here. All right. So without further ado, let's get into his first of 3 videos that he did against Cooley, aka the host of the No Fugazy podcast. I actually never heard the term Fugazy until I came here. O'Shea is right about one thing, and that is that is not a West Coast term, nor should it be. It's a pretty stupid term. All right. Now, to start, don't know who this person is, but do not look like you have a wig on if you're a guy. I repeat, do not look like you have a wig on if you are a guy. One last time, do not look like you have a wig on if you are a guy. You see this? You see this yarn? You see this yarn? Now, this may just be natural hair. Who knows? But the fact that he is wearing this, and okay, this scarf here is what women wear to keep their wigs on. I repeat, fellas, this scarf here is what Black women wear to keep their wigs on. If you see a woman with this particular type of scarf on her head, then know that she has a wig on. I have seen enough. I pulled some of them off accidentally to know that that is what's going on up there. So if you're getting down in Pound Town with a queen and she has this on her head, do not pull it. do not look like a man with a wig on.
Y'all relationships, last life advice from these guys on this internet, on these podcasts. Because yesterday I made a video about that Fugazy man. I always kind of knew dude was a little buddy.
I don't know what that means. Oh, by the way, good call. Roland Calhoun. Saint in the Center, he did a spectacular job of breaking down the hater mindset. He did a spectacular job. Saint in the Center got into a university here in Cali that I was not able to get into. It was my choice university, but I did not get into it. He did, and that's UC Berkeley. There's a reason for that. He broke this down in a magnificent fashion. Salute to him. So I was at movie night when I seen what he was doing, and I already talked. And if you're movie night, if you were in movie night when this happened, shout yourself out. I already told the people in movie night, like, listen, I'm going to cover this O'Shea thing because he's getting on my nerves. And then when I seen Saint and Sinner's response or his title, I thought that he was doubling down on what O'Shea was doing. I was like, all right, he could get this work too. But then I looked at it and I was like, okay, so he's on my side. He's just calling haters. So I do appreciate that. Listen, somebody said Saint and Sinner's a clown. There's things I don't agree with on some of my older stuff. I broke him down to as far as my analysis of him. However, I cannot on this particular thing, I definitely agree with him on. All right. And he roasted this dude something fierce. I'm not going to do that because it's not about
he's right,
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. So, the celebrity jump. Thema. Continue music. Well, as you know, the red pill has changed many forms, but it's still kind of out there. It's not the same guys, but different.
I didn't read all of. I pause it a lot now because it's buffering, so I give it time to catch up. There it goes. But he actually said Saint and Sinner, as intelligent as he is, always comes for other men's having success. It sickens. Well, he didn't do that this time. He did do that with Kevin Samuels. Apparently he disagreed with Kevin Samuels, how he made his money and the fact that he didn't have a history of money until he had it. I think that's what he was coming at, and he did it for no reason. I definitely don't agree with everything he does. And that was, his inauguration. That's how I first known of him. So I don't agree with that, but he wasn't doing that to No Fugazy. That is what O'Shea is doing to No Fugazy right now.
Dudes come into the community, and a lot of guys use their business sense and their charm to make money off of it. And one of the guys who's doing extremely well right now is the No Fugazy Podcast, ran by a guy by the name of Cooley. Now, I would see this dude, his Instagram reels are always off the chain. He's logical. Whenever he has females on there, he's like really shutting them down.
Everything before the word but is BS. I repeat, everything before the word but is BS. Right now, O'Shea is just doing a compliment thing like, oh, yes, this, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. But you're a hypocrite. That's where this is going. Spoiler alert. What does she have on?
He doesn't really do it by really being disrespectful either.
What about you? Who's the prize?
I think women. But hear me out. For me, my man, he's my prize, right? But a lot more people competed for me than him. Women, we attract men easily.
So you said that you're the prize because a lot more people competed for you, meaning that you have more options.
Yes.
Got you. I would say that out of all those options that you had, you chose him. He's a prize.
Nope.
Don DeMarco. Look, think about
That's very sound logic. Salute to Cooley for that.
He ain't have a lot of options. He just took what he can get. So who's to say if he had a whole lot of options, you maybe not even would have been his first option. Gotcha, bitch.
Okay, she's a woman, but a counter argument would be that I have a lot of options because I'm the prize. So you know, I try not to get into these prize arguments with people because it's easy to annihilate either side.
And whenever I see him on IG, I give him a like and be like,
He's right, you know.
I'm like, yeah, man, shout out to the brother. The brother is building up. Good to see somebody else out here kicking the game. And then I just do it, move it, and go back into watching my twerking videos. Booty clapping sounds. But last week, I did a collab.
There you go. But last week, you see, everything. Okay, so the first 2 minutes and 7 seconds was BS. Shout out to Ned Stark. The first 2 minutes and 7 seconds was BS. And then it's like, but 2 weeks ago. Okay, now let's see what you really have to say. Go for it.
With my good brother Brandon Jamal, and we did a live stream on his channel, and somehow he brought up the No Fugazy podcast.
You know that other the No Fugazy podcast, the guy Cooley.
I think I've seen that dude before.
He's got like the braids on top with like the haircut going around the sides.
Yeah. I see he has like some viral moments on Instagram and stuff. He got some good things to say when I see him.
Same. The most viral moments that I've seen from him were how he was talking about how he's high value because he's 6'4" and because he's black and because he makes over 6 figures. He didn't say about who he was as a person, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, whatever. I'm not
who you are as a
here
person.
to shit on Nick because you know I like rap. I like sports. If you talking yo, I'm finna be like talk yo, my, you know. So he's telling these women that they don't qualify for a guy like him, and then he also says single moms are recreational use only. Man, his wife up a whole single mom of 2.
Wait, he's married to single mom?
Not married, but like they're pregnant with their second child together, and she's a very nice white woman, you know. And I just like saying white woman like that for the chat. There's no racial innuendos behind that. I'm just kind of a clown. And
okay, I want y'all to notice how indifferent O'Shea is right now. Look at the look on his face. Look at how indifferent he is. He just found out. He's not shocked or, you know, he's not really meeting this with animosity yet. Now, what's important is when the animosity comes. So we're going to get into that.
And they also make cringy interracial couple content together. It's so Mans is a walking hypocrite.
Now, as you
did he say interracial? Did he say interracial content? I'm not going to rewind it, but that would be an interesting urban accent or speech impediment if he did.
You can see, I had no idea what was going on. Then I got a DM from a very popular YouTuber about this guy also. And I had to look into some of this information because they were saying that this brother was in a relationship with a single mom. But I'm like, nah, especially how he talks about single moms. This can't be the truth.
As a single mom, if you choose a man that's hitting that pussy, he hitting them kids too. If he has the ability to be in between your soul gaps and hitting that pussy, he gonna hit little Day when Day acting up. If he providing and taking care of you, well, guess what? Why would a man take on all of that responsibility with no authority? That's slavery. So if you choose,
okay. So he didn't say, for one, he didn't say that he don't date single moms in this clip, nor did he say a man shouldn't date a single mom if he's high value. He's saying that if you are taking care of a woman and her kids, then you need authority over them. And he also believes in corporal punishment, and that a stepfather or, you know, the man of the house should have the ability to inflict corporal punishment as he sees fit. You know, some people agree with that, some people disagree with that, but that has not made him a hypocrite.
wisely on a guy that you choose to have sex with, that same guy should be able to discipline your kids. That's what I'm saying. He must embody some good characteristic traits to hit that pussy. If not, and that means that you value your pussy too low and you letting some rugged hit it.
Okay, you heard that? What about this one?
As a single mom, you don't know what I had gone through. And sometimes we don't even choose to be a single mom. It's like,
well, let's pick one point by point. You do choose to be a single mom.
How?
A man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex. And not only that, how many times has a man broken up with you?
No. None.
None.
Zero.
So no men broke up with you.
Right.
How many men have you broken up with?
A little bit, a lot, what?
How many men have you broken up with?
It has been a mutual
Listen. How many men have you broken up with?
Shit didn't work out.
No, that's not the question. How many men have you broken up with?
4.
You proving my point right there.
No, I didn't.
You choose the men to have sex with, and then you break up with them. This is why you're a single mom, because you are the.
Okay, explaining the circumstances under which a woman becomes a single mom is not hatred towards a single mom. You would think that would-be doctors would be smarter than this. I mean, but when he's doing this character assassination and trying to call somebody a hypocrite, you actually have to say where he's saying, I, as a high-value man, do not and have not and will not date a single mom. He did the same thing to me when years ago a scandal broke out. And, it turns out that I was with one of my subscribers, and he called me a hypocrite. And I'm like, listen, if she's not fat and she's not, then I'm not a hypocrite. I didn't say that I don't, or I wouldn't sleep with a subscriber. I said I don't sleep with fat women. But so he does that, and there's a reason behind this
problem. And you broke up with these.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom.
Single moms, and I've heard him say this before. Then I came to TikTok and I was directed to a brother's channel by the name of _Arrogant. Now, this particular dude has the reputation of being like a dude that's really anti-red pill community. And, he takes a side of kind of like the left, takes a side of women a lot. So, I see, a lot of dudes kind of clapping back at him when I found out who he was. But he is about to drop some serious information on this guy.
Okay.
Fellas, this is why I tell y'all got to be careful about where y'all get y'all relationship/life advice from these guys on this.
By the way, this is O'Shea attacking No Fugazy Podcast and putting it off on him. Like, yeah, so this guy here is about to drop some bombs on No Fugazy Podcast. I'm not about to do it, but this guy here, he's about to do it. He's about to drop the bomb on him. This guy.
Internet on these podcasts. Because yesterday I made a video about that Fugazy coolie dude or whatever, talking about being a top tier man. I always kind of knew dude was a little buddy. But yeah, so here's the clip, and then I'll show you why.
Don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
So you believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year. And I'm black at that if you add that on.
That's why he said that. That's
okay. I could see that being that on the surface could seem a little hypocritical, but he does explain later. I'm going to get into Saint Center and the letter that he sent to him on why that is. And he's not a hypocrite. At least not for this.
That's why he talked the way he talked. That's why. That's why he thinks he's a top tier man, because he's 6'4" and black. This is why. He's the trinket. He's the fetish. But this is the dude that y'all follow, fellas. This is the rhetoric that y'all subscribe to from Hypocrites. A black man playing stepdaddy to some white kids with a single mother who was a BBL Becky. Mind you, getting her knocked up because she's currently pregnant, not even married to her. They've been together since 2017 and has yet to put a ring on her finger. Looks like you're doing more than recreation.
And there we go with that. They've been together since 2017. You see, we don't know how long he was at his current income. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was at his current height in 2017, but we don't know how long he's been at his current income. We don't. Like, for all we know, he was, standing on a corner selling used DVDs. For all we know, he was, a California weed salesman. Weed is legal here. Like, I mean, we don't know where he was at that stage in life. We don't. Especially since he's a very young dude.
Recreational use with her, buddy. Or maybe you're not, because you still ain't married her, but you're giving her those mixed kids that she enjoys to make content with, though, right?
So again, it's still hard to believe, right? If you look at him in this picture with him, the white kids, and the lady, it looks like his daughter. I don't know if that's his daughter because they've been together since 2017. So that young lady looks a lot older than 7.
That is his daughter. He was a single dad who met a single mom. I repeat, he was a single dad that met a single mom. And he probably didn't have the income that he has now. It's very likely that she out-earned him. Just saying. But, that's not going to stop the hater train.
It's quite possible that she had the child by another black man. So it is very possible that this guy stepped into this woman's life when she had 2 white kids, 1 mixed kid, and this lady was a single mom. And then he has refused to marry her, as you saw in that clip, okay? But again, just to make sure that this is his family, because it could be, okay, listen, she's the white lady, she got her kids there, and like I said, these could be her nieces and nephews. I came across this clip.
She is thick as I don't know what. She is thick as I don't know what. So now we see. Now, I want to take y'all back to where he was talking to Brandon Jamal here, and he was indifferent. He was indifferent to the whole, like, oh, he's like, don't you know that he's playing stepdad? And O'Shea was like, oh, okay. Like, don't you know that he was playing, that he was playing stepdad to a white woman? O'Shea was still like, oh, okay. But then O'Shea started doing research. And he was like, don't you know that he's playing stepdad to a white woman that looked like this? And then it's like, oh. Then that is when the hate came. That is when the response came. Listen. And this isn't me. Y'all know I'm indifferent to tricking. But one thing you don't get tricking is validation. You don't get genetic validation when you're tricking. I think that men should teach themselves not to care about that. Don't care about the validation of women because, they should be more concerned with your validation. But O'Shea has gone a long time without validation. He has gone a long time without validation. And now he see that Cooley has validation. It's the same thing with me. He attacked me the same way. Once it became clear that I had some validation going on for myself, outside of the chess piece that you see here, once that became clear, once he realized that aspect, and that's why I keep my personal life separate. Once he realized that aspect of my personal life, that is when the hate came. It wasn't because of the scandal that revolved around it. That's when the hate came. once the validation aspect, and it didn't help, when other women were in this space and they were coming to my channel at that time. Listen, that is when the hate began. And once again, listen, to keep it a buck, at 25, or however old Cooley was when he met this slim, thick chick here, when O'Shea was that age, he did not have the genetics to be validated by her at all. At all. A poor O'Shea does not have what it takes to be validated by her. Fellas, there's a jealous girl, says a za. That is where we're at right now. So now we dealing with some jealousy. Like, now, remember, he was okay. Like, oh, she a white woman? Oh, he's playing stepdad? Like, oh, okay. That's okay. Like, oh, wait, she looked like that? Fellas, I'm telling you, that's what it is. Somebody says O'Shea throwing stones at glass houses. It depends, because well, yeah, I see what you're saying. You're saying he's throwing stones. I'm thinking like from a glass house, but yeah, he's throwing stones at glass houses. That's what he does. Like on the surface, they're peers. On the surface, they're equal. They're two people who are making money off of YouTube, and they're doing it to make and sustain a comfortable living. On the surface, that's what's going on. But deep down, there is room for jealousy, because there's a not insignificant physical difference between Cooley and O'Shea. Not insignificant. Oh, and by the way, if y'all think, first of all, if y'all think that I'm capping, I got all the proof. Just looking at his Cooley videos alone, that's the way this man think. But remember, Jonathan Majors, it's like, why does he have 10 videos on Jonathan Majors? And it's always in reference to who this person is smashing. Every time you see somebody who is banging out or has banged out somebody that is hotter than anybody O'Shea has ever banged out for free, then that is when that person gets all the hate. Tommy Sotomayor is the same way. That is when that person gets all the freaking hate.
What the fuck? Okay, so we see that she's preparing, she sent her kids off to school 11 and 15, and now she's getting a break. So basically she has the 15-year-old, which is probably that young lady on the right of him, the 11-year-old, and the other little white young kid. So basically all of these kids she had before she met him.
Wait. Does O'Shea know the difference between right and left? Or am I tripping? He said the 15-year-old young lady that's to the right of him. Am I tripping? Let me go back a little bit.
She sent her kids off to school 11 and 15, and now she's getting a break. So basically she has a 15-year-old, which is probably that young lady on the right of him, the 11-year-old.
Okay. There's a 15-year-old on the right of him. It's a good thing that he didn't go to medical school to become a heart surgeon, because then he'll be like all on the right side of the chest looking for the heart. It's a good thing he didn't do that.
And the other little white young kid. So basically all of these kids she had before she met him. But I'm not surprised. We all see what Donovan Sharp did in the game. And again, here's another brother out here preaching something different, but got him a white lady. In this clip about his son, it's just cringe.
So Christmas is around the corner, and since we got a little mixed baby here, we're gonna see which Santa he chooses. We got a black Santa,
and I have the white ones.
And let's see which one he chooses. Same time, don't cheat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
She is thick as hell. She is white girl thick, and O'Shea is he just can't stand. He's like, squeeze it, squash it, gamma. He just cannot stand it. He cannot stand it. I want to see.
Which one are you gonna pick?
Which one?
That's not cringe. That's not cringe. Is I mean, it's not the cutest baby video that I've seen, but it's. I see why you would say it's cringe, but it's one of those like, okay, this is a video.
One.
Pick the white one.
Oh, that's my. Oh, yeah.
So man, not only is Bru a sellout, Bru's a liar. Bru's a.
Now y'all see. So now y'all see the escalation. Y'all see the escalation from when he first was starting with the compliment, and then at 2:07 he said, "But," and then now he's all this. Why got to be all that?
Oh, that's my. Oh, yeah.
So man, not only is Bru a sellout, Bru's a liar. Bru's a simp. You got this whole channel with this white lady that.
Okay. Michael Ross brings up a point. Thank you for being a channel member. He says, I think Shay is simply calling out the hypocrisy with some dudes who date particularly white women. Yes, but there is no hypocrisy here. I get it. O'Shea has, it makes his gums hurt to see black men with white women. I get it. Now he understands how problematic black women are. That's why he did a reverse Hakeem and he moved back to Africa. So he understands how problematic they are, but he decided to say, okay, I'm going to get on everybody who dates white women. Now, the problem I have with people like that understands that, first of all, the overwhelming majority of black women are not marriageable. There are more marriageable black men than there are qualified black women. Even if we just start with one disqualification, and that's their weight, only 20% of them are of a pleasing form. So let's just start there. Black men cannot be completely, just with these women. That we can't. And he knows this. He understands math well enough to know that we can't do that. So some of us are going to have to, get with second choice. Now, his second choice just so happens to be thicker than a Snicker, a frozen Snicker. Like, I mean, what? I don't see why he don't understand that. And also another thing with that is that he shares this vitriol hatred with male and female interracial relationship, black male and white women interracial relationship. He shares that same vitriol that you see amongst the Tiki Torch people, the WS people, and Keisha. He shared the sisterhood. He's walking around with that in common with the sisterhood and WS, Tiki Torch people.
You basically made a single mom stop the show. She was already a single mom. You won't marry her and you got her pregnant again, but you're on the internet giving dudes relationship advice when you were a straight sucker, man. Like, I just don't get that. And again, I'm not trying to be rude to the guy, but it's just like, the guy's a liar. He's a grifter.
I'm not trying to be rude. Remember when I said everything before the word but is BS? Okay, let's listen to the BS before but, and then let's hear the but again.
Giving dudes relationship advice when you're a straight sucker, man. Like, I just don't get that. And again, I'm not trying to be rude to the guy, but it's just like the guy's a liar. He's a grifter.
I'm not trying to be rude to the guy, but he's a grifter and a liar. Okay. He hasn't really told a lie yet, but here nor there. I can't stand the passive aggressiveness that's going on with this dude. It's gonna change in subsequent videos that we're gonna go over today. But I really just can't stand when guys are passive aggressive like women. I truly can't. And that's what's being done here. And once again, this is the crux and the foundation that is destroying the Manosphere, because the Manosphere was built. He is part of the foundation that the Manosphere was built on. You can't build anything on that. You can't build anything on top of jealous dudes that's waiting for you to fail. That's what it is. It was built on three dudes that are like that. They the moment something happens, they're with the sisterhood trying to take you down. They're not going to let anybody come up underneath them. The moment they have an opportunity, they will try to take that person down. And this is what he feels is an opportunity. He feels that he has a chance to convincingly take down this 6'4" man. He also has some height envy going on with him that we'll see later. And Obsidian has that bad. Obsidian has that little man complex bad. You know, he has this love-hate relationship with everybody that's that with a 6 in front of their height. He really does. That's why he was a Kevin Samuels fanboy. That's why, you know, the way he talked, you would swear that he wanted to blow Bernard. You know, like, anyway. Somebody said Angry Man is all right. Listen, I have a truce with Angry Man, but I have a pass with Angry Man. So I'll leave it at that.
And there's too many guys like that in the red pill community, and it's unfortunate because the bruh got some, you know, he got some good points, but it seems like what he did was listen to what other guys were saying. I don't think he lived this life at all, because if he did, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing and just, you know, set up a podcast and use his business strength and savviness to make money off of it. But he's really living a simp life. He has a whole family channel. They have like almost 2 million followers called Cooley and Sarah. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a complete sucker, man. So I don't know. And the girl does have a BBL.
So you are noticing her body. And the girl does have a BBL. This man has 1.8 million followers. What is this, Instagram? He has 1.8 million followers. This dude is making money off smashing a thick white girl. He has probably made on this channel alone enough money to put both of her kids through the Ivy League and 3 of his kids through the Ivy League. But I guess he's losing. I guess he's losing. He has made more money out of her vagina than you have spent in African vagina. I repeat, he has earned more money from her vagina than you have spent on African vagina. I'm going to say that one more time. He has earned more money out of her vagina with 1.8 million followers than you have spent on African vajayjay. At least I hope.
They have like almost 2 million followers called Cooley and Sarah. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a complete sucker, man. So I don't know. And the girl does have a BBL. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah,
but saying. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy.
All right, so that's the first one.
Back at it again.
That's the first one. This one is tamed because this one he's still doing a passive aggressive thing. And keep in mind, Cooley has not responded to this guy yet. he hasn't responded to him. He hasn't did anything, yet to O'Shea, for O'Shea to continue to drag this dude, just like Jonathan Majors hasn't done anything. Like, maybe there's some history with him and Myron, Fresh and Fit. Who knows? All of whom just so happen to be over 6 feet, but and likely banging somebody hotter than. Anyway, let's go to the next one because there's a lot to cover here. And Cooley is actually going to do a response. I will be in the chat room, and I want to get this done before he starts at 3. So, Chris G, peace. All right. This whole thing is their business. This whole thing is their business. And listen, even I say I date single mothers. Doesn't mean I'm a low value man or anything like that. Well, I'm not 6'4", but but anyway, it doesn't mean anything like that. It means that and I always say, they have to make up for it in a certain way. And I suggest things like Threesome Thursdays, which he's probably doing with that thick white girl. But anyway, I digress. They have to make up for it in a certain way. And I guess her way is making him a millionaire. You know how people joke and say, hey, for $1 million, would you, with Oprah? And I guess somebody asked him, like, for $1 million, would you with her? And he said, well, yes, I would. She has made up for the whole single mom situation several times over. Like 1.8 million times over.
The No Fugazy Podcast was one of the biggest stories in the red pill space of 2024. The owner, his name is David Cooley, is a very intelligent guy, and he's
okay. So, just another point of
Fugazy Podcast was one of the biggest stories in the red pill space of 2024. The owner, his name is David Cooley, is a
so here he is, significantly younger than O'Shea Duke Jackson, and visibly very successful. Other points of jealousy that he has for this guy. And I mean, he's younger and more successful than I am as well, but I'm not the one stalking this dude trying to call him a hypocrite. I'm not trying to take his career down, which is exactly what O'Shea is doing. Listen, you will rarely hear me trying to take down the career of a man who hasn't come at me first. Understand that. Yeah, Sober Rider's like, this is the big story of the year. It's really not. This is you trying to hype it up. Because the bigger the story, the greater, because it takes a big story to try to crab barrel this guy. And that's what you're doing. You see this guy, you just want to yank him like a crab at the bottom of the barrel. You want to yank him to feel the way that you feel about yourself. That is what you want to do. You want to yank him off that Mercedes and bring him down, to where he's working for you in Africa. That's what you want.
very intelligent guy, and he's very witty with his words.
Here he is.
I thought that he was an original guy, but as it turned, interacted with his content on Instagram, so I never thought that he was like Fresh and Fit. But then I went to the YouTube channel and I saw some interesting titles and videos, which makes me believe he is a Fresh and Fit. Get this particular chamber, man. He's like, well, to the feminists that believe in it. That's the guy is, and even you guys.
That is ridiculous. This whole he's a student of Fresh and Fit thing. I mean, when you have similar subject matter, it's going to be an overlap. It's going to be an overlap. You're reaching. You know, Tommy Sotomayor came out. People are going to overlap. I need more RAM. You need more goats.
In the comments. This brother Lou says he's a Maya from a Fresh and Fit clone. He uses every last one of his talking points. Nothing original. I didn't know that. I thought the guy was original just based on his demeanor. Again, I never really interacted with his content that much. But he put up this interesting video on Instagram the other day. Now, this video must be a video pinned to the top. It's called Breaking News. So it's actually a pretty old video.
When you give someone something for free the first time, it creates appreciation. When you give someone something for free the second time, it creates anticipation. When you give someone something for free the third time, it creates expectation. Fourth time, it creates entitlement. The fifth time, it creates dependency. And you don't give it to them by the sixth time, it creates tension for free from men. So women are in the entitlement field. That's why all women think that they're 8, 9s, and 10s, because they have this self-entitlement.
These are just some hating dudes. Now, if this was Dr. Umar Johnson, that'd be one thing. If this was Dr. Umar Johnson and he was like, you know, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that, and then they found out that he had this, okay, thanks, so far. They found out that he had like a white family. You know, if they found out Malcolm X had a white family, then it's a scandal. But this is, he didn't speak against that. He didn't speak against IR. You know, that's an O'Shea thing. So what's the big deal? But these dudes are going on a video that apparently is a year old, and 2 hours, like they just started watching him because they see an opportunity to hate. And that is, unfortunately, that is prevalent. That's a prevalent thing in the Black Manosphere. They look for somebody to hate on. They look for somebody to hate on. They come here to watch other brothers fall. These are people who are probably never in his Instagram or wherever. They were never in any of his stuff. But they see this and it's like, oh yeah, now I got to comment. Dude, love it and leave it alone.
And again, can you explain this white girl you have a baby with that had other babies? Rude boy, did you learn that from the stepkids? Forsetto, man, please stop. Your wife, recreational AF. I could go on and on and on that video, but I won't. I believe that, hey, the word is out there. And let me just say this to the guy. I don't have anything personal against him.
Holy
we don't even
crap.
share the exact same following. It's just sad.
The passive aggressive BS is killing me. You see, he says stuff like that. I don't have anything personal against this guy. When you're talking about a guy's family, there's nothing more personal than that. When you're talking about the guy's family, there is nothing more personal than that. The sisterhood female passive aggressive stuff that's going on here is it's like on Super Saiyan level. I don't have anything personal against this guy, but your family is trash.
To know that the guy is a hypocrite and he doesn't live up to his message. But this is what happens when you get
That
content
is
creators
personal.
coming on YouTube to get fame and money and actually not caring about their subscribers or what they're talking about. But let's continue and talk about.
You care about your subscribers, O'Shea? Oh, you guys don't care about your subscribers. How many of your subscribers have been with white women, O'Shea? I have. Do you care about me? If you cared about your subscribers, why are you suggesting that they limit their mating options to 13% of the female population? Knowing that that 13% is uncooperative. Do you really care about your subscribers? You know that Black American women are problematic. That's why you're not in Black America. That's why you are in Africa. How much do you care about your subscribers?
some other things that were disturbed. There were a lot of dudes, unfortunately, that disagreed with me putting the video out. Now, there are so many of brothers who were, tearing the guy down and trashing, which honestly makes sense.
Thank you. And that's why he's doing this. That's why he's doing this retaliation, because, it's like, so now he's just doubling down. He made a hater video. He exposed himself. He was attempting to expose him, but he exposed himself as a hater. He's getting retaliation for that, and rightfully so. Not just me. And now he's trying to double down. It's like, no, he's a really bad person. He's really a hypocrite. How dare him sleep with thick white women?
Guy that basically wants to be like Fresh and Fit and then tell you to deal with single moms when he's doing the same thing that Fresh and Fit are doing.
Okay. It says, wait. Michael Ross says, I don't think he's saying that, GC. It's black women all over the world. Okay, I'm saying, I understand what he's saying, but you see, black men aren't all over the world yet. So he's saying to black men who cannot move to Uganda because their fortune or whatever is grounded here in the U.S. to stick with those. Like if you are in the U.S. and you are a black man, and if you stick with black women, then it will be a black American woman, which is bad advice. If you cared about him, you would want him to explore his options. If in my personal life, a young black man were to come up to me and say, hey, I haven't had much luck with black women, but there's a white woman out there that's interested in me. And then, then he showed me a picture and she's thick as hell. I would say, oh yeah, white thick and black dick. Go for it. See what transpires. But that's just me.
And he's even wifed up, or he's dealing with a single mom who has 2 other kids from a white man, and he has immediately, and then 2 more kids, one unborn and one born with this same white lady. That is not a high value man. I don't give a damn how you explain it. A lot of guys get on YouTube and then fake it until they make it.
Okay. So he realizes now that is his daughter. So O'Shea's seen Saint and Sinner, and now he's feeling that sting. He's feeling that sting. It's a sting. You're feeling that sting. You're feeling that sting that all haters feel in the back of their fucking soul. And you don't like it. You don't like that people looked at you like, O'Shea is just a jealous, hating ass nigga. You don't like that people see that side of you. Because, with all that, Cooley is great, but I don't have a problem with Cooley, but like people stopped listening to the first part, the part before the but, and started listening to the part after the but. Speaking of butt, she's thick. People actually started seeing through you, and you are retaliating. So you've seen Saint and Sinner because that's when he read the letter saying that this is my daughter. So you've seen that, and now you're doing damage control. He was with her before Elevation, which means that he got a younger, hotter, sexier, thick white girl before the millions. He's accomplished something that O'Shea cannot do and have not done. And that's where the jealousy comes in. Yeah, exactly. That's how crab barreling works, Melissa. He's targeted because he's successful, but O'Shea is successful too. He's targeted because he's 6'4" and presumably handsome. Apparently he's handsome to, the woman he's with relative to O'Shea. And if you wonder why O'Shea is going after this dude and Saint and Sinner isn't going after this dude, just put a picture of Saint and Sinner right next to Saint and Sinner right next to O'Shea, and you'll see why.
And now that you have some money on YouTube, now you're a high value man. No, you're a high value.
The woman you are with does not determine if you are a high value man. The woman you are with does not determine if you are a high value man. Listen, Tiger Woods a high value man, but he wanted to just go to the trailer park and pick the Denny's prom queen. Like I mean, you could do that because he wanted to. That doesn't make him a low value man. That just means that he likes to do low things. Yojo says he's everything O'Shea isn't. Tall, handsome, fit. He's everything Obsidian isn't either. I'm telling you, this is the foundation that the Manosphere is built on. People who can't get their jealousy and envy under control. Fit and can get pretty white women. Yeah, exactly.
Orlando Littlejohn 8691. This got to be the biggest waste of man time on the internet. Men sounding like women bashing another man for his hustle, and even better for content. Who with belly energy? Yeah. You know the I'ma drop a dime on that fool scene on belly eating a banana. That's you all day, bro. Check it. Sound effect.
So he was able to deflect it on the light skinned dude with the glasses.
That comment was so interesting, I actually pinned it. I actually responded to this guy saying, so wait, we the problem for exposing that dude is a liar? So I could barely write at that time, but that was my logic. And so I saw a few guys, not like a lot, but enough to say that, hey, I'm a guy hating on him.
You haven't even exposed a lie. You haven't even exposed a lie. You're just hating. He would only be a hypocrite if he says, I don't or never have dated single mothers in my life. Like that, and then you find out that he did. You know, I think that's what they did with Donovan Sharp. I'm not sure, but I mean, that would be the only way you expose him.
Because I'm hating on him for his hustle. That's interesting because I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys, you know, if I say vote for Kamala Harris, you would say no. Why?
You're not hating on him for his hustle. You're hating for him. You're hating on him for his height and looks.
Would you say no? You say, oh, well, because, you know, she's not black, so I can't vote for her. She's a fraud. And then I'll ask you, what's the other reason? Well, the other reason is she's a black woman that's married to they would never support a black man married to a white woman. Oh, okay. That's why you don't want to vote for Kamala Harris. And I'm pretty sure this Orlando Littlejohn guy would not vote for Kamala Harris. But as long as a black man is lying and has a white woman, and it doesn't matter that you're telling the truth about him, hey, listen, you're hating on another man for his hustle. But the reality is that the red pill community, as men, you have to live what you're talking about. This is why I always tell guys, and I've told guys for years, I have a problem.
He is living what he's talking about. He didn't say he don't do it. He said that you should have control over the stepkids if you do. And he's suggesting that, you know, if you are a single woman, if you are a single mother, you should not set your sights on high value man. Not to say that there aren't exceptions to the rules and not to say that he's not one of them, but it's to say that, you know, you are limiting your choices and they're not going to be as into you as you may think. But furthermore, he wasn't a high value man when he got with the chick. This is just madness. So O'Shea's seen this. He understands that, you know, he was a young dude when he got with this woman, and he was a single father when he got with this woman. O'Shea understands that. He knows that, but he comes here and he's being obtuse. He's pretending like he don't know because he wants to besmirch this person's character, because he likes to see tall people fall. You can't build anything on that foundation. Okay. If George Washington, you know, founding father of the United States of America, if he wanted to see Americans fail, then this whole thing wouldn't work. If he was busy trying to take down other Americans, instead of for building them up and gaining their independence, then this whole thing wouldn't have failed. That's what Benedict Arnold was doing, which is also who Obsidian compared himself to, strangely enough. But yeah, anyway.
With tricking and simping. And I'm proud of that. Not proud that I'm actually simping and tricking, but it's an issue that I have. And stop the show. I really don't want to fix it, to be honest, because I'm having too much fun over in Africa. But I tell you guys that. So if you
all right, so it's buffering. So provider said, I guess I need some more RAM.
if you ever hear me getting exposed, I already done told you, okay? But him like writing at somebody else. Oh shit, yeah, bro, this is a hater move on your part. Y'all sound like gatekeepers. First of all, nobody can be a gatekeeper.
They are gatekeepers. They're trying to keep his penis out of thick white women's vaginas.
Gatekeeper on YouTube. This guy has built a following by himself, basically being a derivative of what Fresh and Fit is, just on a calmer, more rational level. But again, this is not a hater move. The hater move was when No Fugazy told you not to deal with a single mom, and then he went and dealt with a single mom, a single white mom.
I don't know if he ever told. I mean, he hasn't played a clip where he yet that he said, fellas, you should not deal with single mothers. I haven't said that. And I have said, yes, I do deal with single mothers, but I expect more from them because they're single mothers. They have to make up for it in certain ways, meaning that, you know, they have to be, I always like women who are prettier than I am handsome, but she would have to be significantly prettier than I am handsome, you know. Maybe if she was rich, maybe if she was bi, maybe if she had a twin sister that, you know, that's part of the rotation. Like, you know, an exception would have to be made to make up for the fact that there's a whole human being that I have to take care of. So, but once again, I don't give advice. And as far as I know, Fugazy doesn't either. He's talking to women, not men, you know, and yeah, so it's a false claim of hypocrisy. Okay, so Melissa brings up a point, you know, a single white submissive mom, submissive. So white is immaterial. Submissive mom, you know, the key thing is submissive, but let's not forget that she made him millions. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that she made him millions, and she chops up his kids carrots and snacks before she drives them to school. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that she's a bona fide thick, and she probably can ride that stick. And she makes homemade pickles with cucumbers and vinegar. Let's not forget, you know, all that. And she keeps the toilet water blue, I'm sure. Like
and then had all these kids with her, and then is raising the kids as his own, as a stepdad. He's the hater. Okay, he should have knew damn well that coming onto the internet, people are going to fact check you, especially when you're talking like he's talking, like you're a high value man, you're 6'4", you got this and you got that. He did it to himself. I wouldn't even have known about the guy unless someone else had told me about him, because I just wasn't checking for a guy like that. I would see him on Instagram, I would see his reels and be like, oh, okay, brother, drop us some knowledge. Then I would just go on about my business looking at the twerk videos. But no, he had to come out there and weave and sound it up. Now everybody on his ass. Walter Gill 1226.
Okay, I'm gonna go back some. Is that a dude? Is that a TS? Yeah.
You're 6'4", you got this and you got that. He did it to himself. I wouldn't even have known about the guy unless someone else had told me about it.
Why does he keep mentioning his height?
Because I just wasn't checking for a guy like that. I would see him on Instagram, I would see his reels and be like, oh, okay, brother, drop us some knowledge. Then I would just go on about my business looking at the twerk videos. But
okay, so he's making fun of himself, you know, self-degradation. I gotta call homie back, but he's doing the whole self-degradation thing, you know, which is fine. But the truth of the matter is, you are looking at twerk videos, and on those twerk videos, what do you see? You see women who look like his wife, not his wife, but his girlfriend, his baby mom. This is you looking on Instagram at his baby mom. And it infuriates you. It infuriates you that, you know, in spite of all of your YouTube success, you cannot get what he get. And that infuriates you. He's living your fantasy. I mean, like, there's really nothing else to say. I'm gonna be honest. I think that that's the reason he went to Poland. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think that that was the reason he went to Poland, looking for a woman that looks like dude's wife or dude's girlfriend on the free. To help him, trust me. If in Poland he found if in Poland he found himself a Soraya Brooks, he'd have a bunch of mixed kids, and he would be doing this same thing that Fugazy is doing. But he can't, because he looks like somebody took a Mr. Potato Head and put it on top of a G.I. Joe body.
No, he had to come out there and weave and saddle it up. Now everybody on his ass. Walter Gill 1226 says, "Damn, this is like finding out Dr. Umar running around saying Black Queens forever, Snow Bunny never, and then marrying a white one."
It's really not.
That's exactly the truth.
That is
and
not exactly the truth,
that's fraudulent,
because he
right?
didn't
Even when
say
Dr.
Snow
Umar,
Bunnies never. He never said Snow Bunnies never. It is not exactly the truth.
had a scandal in 2015. What did he say? I'm celibate. Then come to find out he was messing with a conscious stripper. And then when he got caught, it was so many black men trying to defend him. Well, no, you can't defend him because of the position that he took. He said he doesn't do that, and he actually is participating in that. Now, C. White 27. No, his name was White, right? He said, no single black moms. Y'all wasn't listening. I get a ooh sound effect. And this is what I'm noticing with some of you black men out there. As long
Did he even say no single black moms? I mean, show a clip of that. That's weird. Okay.
as somebody has a Latina or a white single mom, you can forgive that. Just don't let it be one of these.
Listen, once again, if you're a single mom, you have to make up for it in certain ways. Black women are least likely to make up for it in any way. Okay, for example, right? There is, and I showed it on my show, so I'm gonna go back to it, but I forget what it was. There was this 56-year-old guy that went to the Philippines, right? And he got himself a 18-year-old, vajayjay, barely used. You know what they say when they're selling you cars? Gently used, with a gently used vajayjay. She only had like one partner prior to dude. 18, hot and fresh out the kitchen. And she even said, I knew that I hoped he liked me because I knew that I had a kid. She understood that she had to do more and be more to him because she had a kid, but he's literally 3 times her age. So she makes up for it every day and night. She makes up for the fact that she has a kid. Black women culturally don't do that. They feel that they owe you nothing. They feel that their value hasn't diminished per kid at all. Therefore, they do not have to increase that value in certain ways by maintaining a pleasing figure or in any way. Now, Cooley's baby mom, she actually is making up for it. She's making up for it by, generating revenue through YouTube that contributes to the family and being a housewife to boot. And let's not forget the blue toilet water. Let's not forget that. See, they actually tripled down on the fit, feminine, and friendly. We're black women divided by 3.
hair-headed hooligans out here, as you guys would say, or one of these ladies out here from the community, as long as you're not dealing with the dark or the brown laid down, then it's okay.
Well, you're not dealing with a woman from the community. You're not tricking on the women from the community. You're not. And I'm pretty sure some of the women you're tricking on are single moms.
Hey, long as you leave the black woman alone, right? And this is what I don't understand, man. You brothers would do anything to go outside of the black community or the black women and then forgive.
Holy crap, you're outside of the black community. Are you guys hearing this? While calling No Fugazy a hypocrite, you guys will do anything to be out the black community. Like move to Kenya? And listen, Kenya is a black country, not a black community. No, you have moved outside of the FDA. What is it? Foundational Black FBA community. You have moved out of the FBA community. You brothers would do anything to get out of the black community like you did. Like you did. You moved to Uganda to study gynecology, and you spent day and night looking at the inside of a Ugandan prostitute's twat. That is the extent of what you would do to get out of the community.
These dudes, I'm talking about the ones who's doing it, the guys who have a white lady, because she might be a little attractive and she got a big booty. We don't even know if it's real. Y'all are.
I'm glad how he tells on himself, how he admits that she's attractive. Like his insecurities is just, man.
Okay with that. That's crazy. Now this dude says, first, I will never be a step dummy. I would rather be in Uganda living alone and not getting no box like O'Shea Duke Jackson. Wait, hold on, stop the show. Wait, I know this Negro wasn't trying to roast me.
I think that was a roast. I think that was a roast.
Okay, dude. Whatever. B Money 244 says, I'll say this. Black men, not all but a majority, will accept BBLs, fake hair, eyelashes, and tiller and Botox and single moms as long as it isn't with a black woman. Cooley.
Oh my God. Why are these dudes using black women talking points? Listen, let's just say, because this is the madness that I get, but I get it from black women. You only like these features when it's on a Latino woman. And it's typically something like fake boobs or something like that, which I really don't care about. See, what y'all should know about me, like every man, I do appreciate a nice buttocks and some good wobblties. But that's not my primary attraction trait. It really isn't. I'm a face first man. There, I said it. I'm a face first man. Y'all know who my crush is, Kelly Stamps. And she is not known for the pretty brown round. She's not. And I think her wobblties are fake. So it's really, so if a woman were to have it fake or not, I'm really more concerned about the face. So that's neither here nor there with me. But if they say, oh, you're with this, I don't know. Let's just say Kelly Stamps isn't American. Let's say she's Ethiopian or something. I don't think she is, but let's just say she is. Oh, you only tolerate that because she's Ethiopian. It's like, no, it's not a matter of that. It truly isn't. She has things that I like about her. They make this argument all the damn time that we tolerate more shit from other groups of women simply because they're a different ethnicity. From what I've seen, that hasn't been the truth. You see, they'll take a woman like this white woman here, and then they will say, okay, fit, feminine, friendly, check. Okay, cooks, cleans, okay. made him millions. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. She has kids. And then they'll take the brokest, fattest, ugliest Keisha you ever seen and say, oh, well, you don't like this Keisha because they both have kids. It'll be like the biggest of false equivalencies ever. It'll be the biggest false equivalency ever. Oh, that new Mercedes got a bumper sticker on it. How come you don't get this old Dodge with a bumper sticker on it? It's stupid.
Is the exact black man I'm talking about. Look at Roderick Jones. Whenever you have a podcaster that gets successful, we always look for things to discredit them. Again,
Yes, you do. And this isn't your first time. This isn't your first time. You have done this to me and others. You even do it before somebody becomes successful. Which, salute to you on that, because, I've never been crab dough before, to be perfectly honest. So it was a new experience.
this is another cop-out. If this was a black woman that was getting exposed, he wouldn't have a problem with it, okay? I know he wouldn't have a problem with it because most of y'all wouldn't have a problem with it. If she was getting exposed, expose her. Let it all out. But nobody is looking for things to discredit anybody. He discredited himself, okay? He started a damn couples TikTok with this chick and then hopped on the other channel, no Fugazy, which is a damn lie. He's nothing but Fugazy, and, tried to play everybody. Now, let's look at his YouTube page again. His YouTube page says, "Welcome to New Fugazy, where we keep it real and don't sugarcoat anything." Nah, bruh, you're keeping it fake and you're sugarcoating everything. Can I get a sound effect? Look at this guy, T. Wilson. Cooley has a real baddie. The only problem I see is he hasn't wifed her up yet.
Fake commercials. Says everyone caught on to O'Shea's BS after COVID. Yeah, that was right around the time. Yeah.
Yeah, the kid's dad is no longer alive. T. Wilson, bro. I know you got those gas station shades on, player. So you probably can't see. What do you mean the only problem is? The dude is out here saying that single moms are terrible. He's literally kicking these ladies out of the house, some of them, making them look bad. And of course, he's an intelligent guy. So if you put some of these women on the podcast with him and they're kind of drinking, they can't really debate logically with a guy at all. And he knows that. It's a disadvantage. This is why I don't do shows for the most part with women having disagreements with women. If I ever have a show with a woman,
this is a prime example of what I'm talking about.
Out here saying that single moms are terrible. He's literally kicking these ladies out of the house, some of them, making them look bad. And of course, he's an intelligent guy. So
dang, I can't stop it at the hold on.
So you probably can't see. What do you mean the only problem is? The dude is out here saying that single moms are terrible. He's literally kicking these ladies out of the house, some of them, making them look bad. And of course, he's an intelligent guy.
Hit the like button, people. Hit that button. All right, I can't do it because it flashes too quick. But he showed like 2 white women and 1 black woman, and I just want to show y'all something on that, but I'm not gonna do it.
So if you put some of these women on the podcast with them and they're kind of drinking, they can't really debate logically with a guy at all. And he knows that. It's a disadvantage. This is why I don't do shows for the most part with women having disagreements with women. If I ever have a show with a woman, I always let her talk and I ask.
Okay, somebody said, I've been in this space since 2017 when he had the Sunday Rumble. After 2020, he started doing BS. Okay, so look at what the Sunday Rumble is. And was, because I tried to get on, but he was hating on me. He let me on a couple times though, but that was because the audience was demanding that I be on. But anyway, it says, so let's talk about the Sunday Rumble for example. The Sunday Rumble, what it was O'Shea eating off of other people's talents. He'd have people like Fantastic and Taz, go back and forth for hours and argue this, and he just sit there, eat all the super chat money and leave them with nothing. I don't think Taz has a channel anymore. And I know that Fantastic does, but I don't think that the success or lack thereof had anything to do with his efforts on the Sunday Rumble.
ask questions. I never try to challenge them. I think it's weak to set up a platform where you debate women. That's just something that you shouldn't do, to be honest. I'm not saying women can't debate, but I just don't think that's interesting for me. You know what I mean? Most guys who are intelligent, especially when relationship issues, you're gonna look like you understand what you're talking about, because a lot of women are talking through their emotions. But this guy doesn't see the fact that he lied is a problem. He lying is a problem about this. He's telling you to do something he's not doing, so that is a problem.
When does he tell you to do that? When does he tell you not to do that? That's weird.
What's going on with T. Wilson? Mike Dunmore, 5238. Y'all don't believe in the bro code. That man doing his thing, and ain't her no other brothers, but y'all came in for.
Okay, so Will Clint says, listen, I've been around since 2015/16. The Rumbles made me leave this space. I stopped watching the Rumbles after a while because it started to get redundant. I think that's probably why he stopped it too. Actually, no. He actually blamed it on me, the reason that he left, which if you've been here since 2015, you know why and you know how. And it's the same crap that he's doing to Cooley, you know. The truth of the matter is, O'Shea, and you already know this, but the harsh truth is that we fuck badder bitches than you for free. That's the harsh truth of life.
For these women, first of all, that dude ain't my bro. I don't know the dude. You know me, I'm pro-black, so I don't even hang around nobody who deal with the swirl. To be real, okay, that's just if you really want to be honest. So that's not my bro. Second of all, he invites women of color onto his podcast, and even though he might not make it a racial thing, he tells them, if you're a single mom, it's not all good. It's going to be bad. And to be fair, he has the white ones on there too, right? But you see, he can use those women for views, but then go out there and take that money from his AdSense and give it to the white queen. Nah, that ain't no brother. That dude, like I said, he's a sell dash, OUT. I can't respect that. I don't have no personal
Josh said the girl with the glasses can get it. That's why I paused it.
issue with the brother, but the brother's a fraud. Okay, I can't respect that. Next guy, Kai UL44. His voice is valid. Single mother's the last option you consider. Nothing scandalous here. How is his voice valid when that's what he's dealing with? He's dealing with the last option.
Perhaps he is. Perhaps he is dealing with the last option. Or maybe the option right before the option you'd have for him, and that is, a fat, uncooperative single mother.
He was just talking about how he was the first option. He's a high value man.
Look, they all been with white women before. Like, I'm sure Fantastic has been with white women. Like, I mean, it's not an uncommon thing. So, meaning that he's that dude that pretends to be cool with people who've been with white women, but really it's just an excuse. It's just a pretext. It's just something that he feels that he can galvanize people against a certain black man. That's all that is about. Hit the like button, please.
He's dealing with the last option. Just seems like to me, he was broke and was down bad until he came to YouTube and got up, and he better hope that he never leaves.
Like you. It seems to me he was broke and down bad until he came to YouTube and came up. Like you. I mean, am I wrong? Weren't you like a student before you started making money? Wait, what? Unless you're born rich, everybody is broke until they make money. Unless you're born rich. So this is just another way that he's trying to discredit him. He used to be broke. Join the club. What the fuck was that? Oh, Fantastic. Never been with a Becky before? Okay. As y'all know, no beef with Fantastic. Him and I definitely disagree on the fat bitch thing. I'm gonna leave it there. I was gonna say something about the correlation between that and absence of Becky's, but I'm gonna leave it there. But now that you said that, things that he said indirectly towards me does make sense. And one of the things he said was, 80% of the Black women population is overweight. So how are you going to say you're not dealing with overweight women? And like my immediate response to that is, I don't just deal with Black women. That was just like the first thing at the top of my head. Like, you know, and that's because I live life, and you know, I'm not from the South, I'm from California, but that was the first thing that popped in my head. Like, I don't just deal with Black women. Like, what the hell was that? So and I was wondering his thought process with that, because the first thing that popped in my head was that if 80% are fat, I just don't deal with that. But now it makes sense. If he's never dealt with a white woman, then he's only dealt in a population where 80% are overweight. And so he would have to be more tolerant of that or reduce his mating pool significantly, which few men are willing to do. So yeah, I can see that.
That white lady, because if she exposed him and how broke he really was before, it'd be all bad. This dude is just now being a player. Now, this last dude, JJ Productions, what did he lie about? He never discussed his personal life. He telling men what to look for in upcoming women, bro. I don't know you, homie, but you need to stop. Women have too much help on their side. We finally have a man to give us some advice and get women off their high horse. Let that man cook, bro. First of all, there are plenty of guys on here. And let me just say this. This is a dude that most likely is guys are paying for advice or consultation. This is a dude that learned everything from Myron. Let me tell you how this dude is profiting from this. If you go to No Fugazy Podcast link on Instagram, you can do a one-on-one coaching call and couples coaching, right? Now, I wonder how much this thing is. If you want to do male self-improvement, money, muscles, game, frame, mentality, physically, spiritually, financially. Man, I wish I would pay this dude, man. This dude is this, what?
So now he's pocket watching him. He's trying to dig into his pockets. You know, he actually says that on a subsequent video, but yeah, this is some hater shit for real.
I'm gonna pay this guy dating in the social media age one-on-one call. Let's just click on any of these. All right, let's see how much this dude is charging. $100 for 45 minutes. I could never do that, man. That dude need to pay me. Let's see, couples coaching. All right, so if you want to get you a
no, you don't. He don't need to pay you. Why would he pay you when he could just pay the Ugandan prostitute directly? Like for 175 USDs, he could literally sleep with 175 Ugandan prostitutes. Like, why would he pay you? He can sleep with the Ugandan prostitute a lot faster than you can sleep with a slim, thick white woman for free.
a single mother too, you can do couples coaching for $175. Man, I wish I would, dog. Relationships problems, one-on-one coaching call, $200. You can find out how to get a single mother, a white one at that, for just $200. You can get a full breakdown and resolution for your issue, your relationship, by lying to your damn audience and clapping on cheeks from a white lady that got 2 white kids with somebody.
Oh, somebody said that you're down bad when you spend on Ugandan prostitutes. Listen, I don't think that the ones he spend on are the dollar ones. But those of you who rock with this show, if you don't, hit the subscribe button. But those of you who rock with the show know that I covered, maybe a month ago, I covered African prostitutes. And there was this one who was literally charging $1. And she described what she did. And basically for $1, she would lay on her back on a sack in the middle of a swamp. And you do your business. When you're done, she wipes her pussy off with swamp water. So I do know that dollar prostitutes exist there. Not saying that that's what he deals with. I'm just, that was a joke, but you literally can be like, apparently for $175, you can have 175 of those. I don't want any of those. To keep it a buck. Yeah. Pun intended. To keep it a buck, I don't want any of that, but just say it. Like there isn't really much consultation in that, but to get a cooperative, slim, thick woman of any race, that does take, for many people, coaching.
This is fraudulent, dog. Like, what are you guys talking about? And again, I don't have no problem with this guy. I'm just calling it for what it is. You dudes are insane. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junkie.
Okay, let me go to the next one. So after the first one, he got some pushback, and now he's trying to damage control and double down on why he was justified for doing it. Now he has this final one. Oh, and it's not a final because this is part one. Let's see. Damn, I'm looking at his video. I'm looking at like his video lineup, and it's all hating on black men. Here's proof why Myron really hates Fresh Prince CEOs. Like, he'll never stop with that. He has something here with Nelly. Let's see. YouTuber goes broke clapping cheeks. Now he's in jail. I mean, you could tell it's a pattern with him. Let's see. Adam 22 gives Brick Baby his Negro wake up call. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a black man that he's happy is going down. Uncle Luke begs FBA for forgiveness. Roland Martin does this. Dang, it's always against my Andrew Holmes is down bad after this happens. Megan Good is down bad after Jonathan Major does this. Oh, and by the way, that's a rumor. That's a rumor. He just went off on this rumor that they broken up, and Megan Good's spokesperson said no, they still together. He's just waiting for people to fail. White folks give this rapper his Negro wake-up call. I don't know who the rapper is. He has a picture of him. Like, all of this is against, Donald Trump forces LeBron James to crash out. It's like he's reveling in the demise of black men every opportunity he gets. It's sad. All right, let me do this last one. All right, give me a second.
In that too, I've seen people get hurt, dudes get anything that Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junkie. I've seen people come and go. Like I said, in my time in YouTube, I've been here since 2015, and what is known affectionately as Black YouTube or the Black sector YouTube. I've seen a lot of dudes come and go, man. Some dudes die, in this business, and I've seen that too. I've seen, people get hurt, dudes get, anything that happens in life, man, it's happened here. But the most common thing that I have seen dudes do is get hit with exposures for lying. Okay, and now nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, but the thing is, when you're a content creator and your brand as a personal brand stands for something, and you get caught doing the opposite of what your personal brand is.
He did not get caught doing the opposite of what his personal brand is. His personal brand isn't, Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never. That's not his personal brand at all. His personal brand is also no single mothers. Like, none of this is his personal brand.
Your career is gonna plummet. For certain. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Look at Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson was a personal brand as a dating coach, mentor, really catered towards the Black female audience, okay? And a lot of the things that he did was catered towards teaching women how to deal with disrespectful men and how to value themselves more. Then we started seeing little pockets of Derek Jackson even being disrespectful to some of these ladies, in the Instagram DMs. He was saying someone was bald-headed, you ugly. And then when Tasha K dropped that.
Oh, wow. Another 6 foot plus considered handsome black man that O'Shea is tearing down. Huh. Is this a coincidence? Are we starting to see a pattern here? You want a soda? Like, y'all see what this is? Do y'all see the pattern? Is it just me? Like, of all people, he just said, yeah, speaking of which, Derek Jackson, blah, 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 he's exposed and, he's a hypocrite and, he's suffering because it's like, okay, let me just take a look at his channel. Let me just take a look at his channel. He has 799,000 subscribers. Let's see. Yeah, he's still getting views and doing his thing. Yeah. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Dime on his ass, and he was having an affair on his wife, and he was coming down hard on men for doing the same thing. Hey man, that was a career ender. Derek Jackson was done, and women are a little bit more forgiving than that. Okay,
but he's not done. I mean, don't get me wrong, his career was impacted, I'm sure, but he's not done.
The black church, pastors always doing something other than what they're talking about. You always see the dudes preaching hard against homosexuality and find out that he got all kind of D's all in his cheeks and stuff, and then he get exposed, and sometimes those dudes can cut.
False comparison. If the preacher is preaching against that, and not every preacher does, not every Protestant preacher does, and not even every Catholic priest does, then it is a hypocrisy. No Fugazy Podcast is not preaching against this, nor is he advising men not to do this. It's weird.
Come back a little bit, not as much as it was before, but they can come back. But Derek Jackson's career was shattered, right? Now we're talking about men's content creation. Let me tell you something about this. As a man, it is hard to get brothers to want to follow what you do, support what you do. It's difficult, okay? When you get a lot of men to follow.
Why is it difficult? As a black man, it's hard to get people to follow what you do because niggas like you try to take them down. That's why it's hard. You see No Fugazy, you see him coming up, you see him doing well, you see him doing thick, and you try to take him down. That's why it's hard. It's hard because of all the crabs in the barrel.
What you're doing, dudes are already suspicious. You can't really talk about money or sales and things like that. Because, hey, some dudes is already suspicious of you. You got one time to mess it up. And this is what the dude Cooley from No Fugazy Podcast did. Now, I'm not from the East Coast. We don't use the term Fugazy.
This is
but
true.
I'm assuming I've heard maybe some Italian gangsters hear that before. This is an Italian thing. It's a Jersey thing. Fake. No frauds. All right. That's what I think the Fugazy thing. It's like an Italian thing or something like that, right? We don't even talk like that on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? We'll never say Fugazy. So Fugazy is like a fake thing. And so he's saying that it's no phone in his podcast. Boy, is that ironic. This is more faker than the $3 goddamn bill. That boy is fake than some Jordans with a Jumpman logo shooting a free throw.
He is really just double downing on this dude, trying to call him a hypocrite when he hasn't done any hypocrisies. This is hating. This is just ridiculous. This is hating on steroids.
Rather than Duncan. That is his dude.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. I don't like dudes with beards. But I don't hate on them to the sense that O'Shea does.
Okay. Then I'm gonna be real. He's a sucker. No personal. He's a sucker, right?
So now he's getting so much negative feedback that he don't see a need to do the passive aggressive stuff anymore. Like, notice how different his tone is now from the first video. I did it in order, in chronological order. So, you know, notice how different his tone is now from the first video. And that's because he's received so much negative feedback that he's just got to go all out with it. You know, like, he really has to push the hatred of him, because he understands that if people see that he's not, that No Fugazy is not a hypocrite, then O'Shea is a hater. The two things can, you know, it's a zero-sum game at this point for him. That's why he's all balls out with it. It's a zero-sum game. Either Fugazy is a hypocrite or O'Shea is a hater. And everybody knows that he's not a hypocrite. Shout out to Saint and Sinner. He pointed that out to a much larger audience than I did. By the way, hit that like button.
You on here, you got your black and white kid on here with the white girl, and you telling your kid to choose the black one or choose the white one. Then the white lady goes, choose the white one. So you're already a sucker for that. Because you over there promoting an interracial channel, and you over there playing the stereotypical sellout black dude part with the braids. So you know.
Wait. Okay. This is how insecure people have a habit of just broadcasting their insecurities. Obsidian did it all the time. You know, I remember I got into an argument with him, and he just came out of nowhere. You are not, NOT, not smarter than me. It's like, well, you know, I didn't say that. But I mean, you kind of just made it clear, at least in your mind, that I am. You know, that is your insecurity. Like, you know, I don't know if it's a black man thing, because, you know, other people don't do that. That's like, you know, if an Asian dude named Ding came up to me and said, your dick is not bigger than mine. It's like, okay. I think we know what's going on here. So now dude is talking about his hair. O'Shea is a hairless human being and a beardless human being. So, you know, he's so now he's like, you know, playing the stereotypical braids with hair part. That is not a stereotype. That's just your insecure ass that's jealous of this man's hair. That is your insecure ass that's jealous of this man's hair. Man. Listen at this again. I'm not making this up.
Choose the white one. So you're already a sucker for that. Because you over there promoting an interracial channel, and you over there playing the stereotypical sellout black dude part with the braids. So you know you want to be in the culture.
What the fuck does braids have to do with it? That's you insecure as fuck.
Sure. So you're already a sellout there. Like I said, I ain't really got no problem with interracial dating, but you know, all these little racist tropes you got going on with this little BBL chick, that's already dusty. Then you got a half black, half white chick from another baby up there. So when you went out and got with this chick, she already had 2 white kids. Fugazy is I don't know what, bro. Then here's what makes it worse.
It was 2 single parents getting together. Look at O'Shea. O'Shea just be stewing in hate. He just be stewing in hate and anger. Like, just take this picture, for example, right quick. This is O'Shea looking at him. Look at this 6'4" nigga. Look at his beard. Look at his braids. He got braids and shit. Look at him. He got braids. He got a dark shirt on. Look at him. He's 6'4". Hate this nigga, you know. And he got a thick white woman, and she fucks him for free, and he made money off of the results of their relationship. You know, I hate this nigga. I fucking hate this nigga. Look at him with his earring and shit. You know, my ears can't support earrings, and cause if I poke a hole in my ear, it keloids. You know, look at his hairline. You know, he got hair and shit. Look, he got testosterone enough to grow beards and shit. That's O'Shea. Look at his arms. That's O'Shea. Just sit there and stew at hate. He just fucking eat hate soup. This motherfucker put hate milk on his hate cereal and shit. Like, he's just fucking constantly hating on dudes.
You don't hear telling these chicks that they single moms and that nobody gonna want them. Like I said, a lot of brothers wouldn't have no problem with your commentary about single moms. But you yourself, Mr. I'm 6'4",
you see this shit?
You with a single mom.
You see this shit? His insecurity is just flowing. It's just flowing like the dark side. It's just flowing. That's O'Shea. Matter of fact, he kind of looked like Darth Vader without the mask. That's O'Shea. That's O'Shea. Let the hate flow through you. That is O'Shea. O'Shea is like a fucking Anakin that just turned into something strange, and now he's just pissed at everybody, going around force choking niggas. Every opportunity he gets, he fucks with a person. Every opportunity Darth Vader gets, he fucks with another human being. You know, like, you know, and try to hold them down with the hate that flows through the force. He mad because the emperor got lightning fingers and he can't because he ain't got no damn hands. He's pissed. He just allows the hate. He's constantly bringing up random shit that's good in his life when he's talking about him in a regular way. Like, yeah, she pretty. Yeah, she thick. You look at her body, BBL. You know, shit like that. Look at his hair. He's 6'4". How many times you gonna mention this nigga's height or this brother's height?
It had 2 more babies with her. And you in the picture, y'all got a whole little blended Brady Bunch family. So after I put that video about him out on my O'Shea channel, which is called Hypocritical Dating Coaches in His Career, I put the video out. I wasn't the first person to expose information. It was a brother on TikTok. Shout out to Jamal Brandon. He told me about this brother. And then I found the video. Okay? The people are roasting his ass in the comments. He posted this lame video called...
They're roasting your ass in the comments too. You created this division. You're the one who's trying to force people to pick a side. He didn't. He hasn't spoken on your ass yet.
Cooley debates atheists on where did God come from. I go and play the video. Ain't nobody giving a damn about the video. Go right to the comment section. Nothing but lighting his ass up. We're gonna read all of the ones that I screenshotted right now.
Basically, you spark something, and the haters that follow you are now hating on him because you want to cause damage in a black man's life. You like to see tall people fall. And you want to see his hair fall out.
Wolf Among Sheep 626. I think my brother might be in Pasadena. I like to play in the snow too, but I'm not raising a white family. Ain't no way. P.S. My dad always told me, son, never trust 2 kinds of black men. One with no facial hair or one with cornrows in his 30s. Pops never lied. Look, this dude got cornrows.
Your pops need to grow the fuck up.
Red highlights in him. Like, come on, bro. Like, this is the same.
By the way, do O'Shea have facial hair? Maybe his pops is on to something. Maybe his pops is on to something. Do O'Shea have facial hair? No, he don't have any facial hair or any hair. He kind of looks like a Benjamin Button baby. Kind of looks like a baby that's aging in reverse. Like, it's what the hell?
Same dude we talking about. You a dude from Jersey for real? Y'all got red highlights in your cornrows? Now hold on, bro. I wouldn't have really said nothing about that.
It's like,
you know what I'm saying? Because who does that? Like, look at this dude, man. This is some Diddy type stuff for real. I wasn't gonna really say anything about this, bro. Because again, you was doing your thing, man. And I'm like, damn, man, the bro put some hot sauce in his head or whatever. Like, he think this is sexy or something. But okay, you got the little black and red Chicago Bull dye all in your hair. Hey, I can't grow my hair out like that, all right? But that does.
And there you go. This man cannot hide his insecurities for shit. I can't grow my hair out like that. He got red highlights in his hair. You just spent like the last 20 seconds talking about his hair, and then you're like, I can't grow my hair out like that. What the fuck? He is a man with insecurities. A man like him. Here, I want y'all to hear that again.
I'm like, damn, man, that bro put some hot sauce in his head or whatever. Like, he think this is sexy or something. But okay, you got the little black and red Chicago Bull dye all in your hair. Hey, I can't grow my hair out like that, all right? But that does look suspect.
How insecure is this? Holy shit.
Man, the average dude that's really on some straight stuff for real ain't gonna do that. But it's okay. I mean, you do like white girls. So, again, you might be a little...
I want to rewind. I want to prepare myself for what he's about to say. Yeah, Ralph Tresvant. Yeah. If Ralph Tresvant was insecure, like, I mean, that's what he would sound like.
But that does look suspect, man. The average dude that's really on some straight stuff for real ain't gonna do that. But it's okay. I mean, you do like white girls. So, again, you might be a little different, right? Shout out to you. So this is what I'm talking about, man. David Cooley, man. The brother's out here, he's down bad, okay? Then, let me get...
Oh, and by the way, the light-skinned dude, wait, first of all, he questioned his sexuality, and then he said you're into white girls. Is white girls something that only homosexual men are into? That's weird. That's a weird thing to say. But yeah, I forgot what I was going with that because it was so much. But here, let me go back. So,
and you do like white girls. So again, you might be a little different, right? Shout out to you. So this is what I'm talking about.
There's nothing different about liking women who are slim thick. White people wouldn't be here if liking white women was different.
Oh man, David Cooley, man. The brother's out here, he's down bad, okay?
Is he?
Let me get on to this. I know him everywhere. Bruh.
Is he down bad? If I had to guess, he probably makes more in a couple of hours than I do in a day, maybe. And his job is a lot more fun than mine. And it's also passive, like he's getting AdSense when he's not on. So I don't really know if he's doing bad.
You're a dude that learned all your game from Myron, and Myron is a simp. Don't you know that Myron is a fraud too? So this is what happened.
So now he's trying to attach him to Myron to garner more hate. And it was successful because Alvin Preach followed suit just because, well, Alvin Preach just like hating on people, but now they followed suit. Yeah, he really wants to take this guy down for obvious reasons.
What happened with the frauds, man? A lot of you dudes, really for real, ain't really been a dude that came from the community. You never really had no game. You really had no mouthpiece. A lot of you dudes is from the suburbs, man, which is...
Now this nigga is talking about game. You know what else is funny? Everybody else that talk about game got a white chick that probably looks worse than his. And trust me, there is no virtue in growing up in the hood. There isn't.
It's all good. And that's why y'all be chasing white chicks like that, man. Because for real, you ain't really got no mouthpiece for real in the hood or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got...
He went after an attractive woman regardless of race. You ain't got it. You ain't... Wow. O'Shea, you are down bad and desperate. And that's what jealous niggas, that's what they always do. You're saying basically he can't get Keisha, but he could get Becky. That's what you're trying to say. Oh yeah, well, you got to prove yourself by getting what kind of mouthpiece you got? You are chasing African whores. Like, what in the fuck? Talking about other people's mouthpiece. How can you be like a Ugandan passport dude and a game ninja at the same time? What are you, Austin Holloman? Like, how in the fuck can you do that?
guys never really learned no game before because you never really been in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? You never been in the trenches before. I'm from Del Paso Heights. So
press 1 in the chat room if you ever fucking heard of Del Paso Heights.
Those that know me and have met me can tell.
Press 1 in the chat room if you have ever heard of Del Paso Heights. Press 2 in the chat room if you're like, what in the fuck is a Del Paso Heights? I'm coming straight out of Del Paso Heights. Crazy motherfucker named O'Shea. I'm gonna lie to you for a payday. There's no ones. There's no ones. What in the fuck is a Del Paso? I grew up like 150 miles away from Del Paso Heights, and I never heard of the shit ever. Ever. Yes, I know. It's so okay. Let's start there. It is a suburb of Sacramento. Keyword being suburb. Keyword being suburb. So while accusing dude of growing up in a suburb, so did you. Now, it may be a hood suburb because you were there, but I mean, nevertheless, it's a hood that nobody heard of. Remember when Tupac and Snoop came out with California Love, and they were shouting out places, Long Beach in the house. You know, they did not say Del Paso Heights because that shit was not worth mentioning. Like nobody says anything about it. Nobody heard about it. Nobody claims it. But I'm so hood. I come from Del Paso Heights. I'm so hood. Don't get caught here after nights. I'm so hood. You can tell by my beat up face. You can tell by my mixes race. Like, this is insecurity 101. To just try to make up reasons why you are better than a person, and the reasons that you come up with is something so ridiculously arbitrary that I'm from Del Paso Heights and you're from not Del Paso Heights. It's the foolish shit ever. That is the foolishest shit ever. It really is. I was thinking old Del Paso. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like if somebody like years ago asked me what Del Paso Heights is, I would swear that's where they made Pace Picante sauce. I would swear that that's where cowboys got together and say, this stuff here is made in New York City. New York City? I would swear that he was talking about something like that. What in the fuck is a Del Paso Heights? People wouldn't even know of Sacramento if it wasn't the capital. Like, what the fuck is a... So you're better than him because you're from Del Paso Heights. I got mouthpiece. I got that Del Paso house. I got that Del Paso Heights mouthpiece. This is pure comedy. This is pure freaking comedy. Hit the like button.
Tell you, yeah, okay, yeah, that's also from the DPH. So I'm from one of the worst places in the...
He gave it initials. He gave it initials. He gave this place that nobody ever heard of initials. Oh, shit. I'm from the DPH. I can't make this shit up. I cannot make this shit up. I really can't. So, as y'all know, I'm from Oakland, East Oakland. For whatever reason, when I go places like DC or something like that, and sometimes even in Texas, people know specifically where I'm from. Like, they don't say you're from California and they think I'm from LA or something like that. They say specifically you're from Oakland. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Actually, it's a good thing, because when you're young, people don't grill you on some cuz or blood stuff like that, you know, because it's stupid, and I just as soon not get involved in any foolishness like that. But this thing, you're walking around like you walking around in Kenya like, yeah, you know, I'm from the DPH. Ask a chick in Kenya or Uganda, has she heard of the town, or has she heard of the DPH? What the fuck is that? I'm willing to bet anything that she heard of my town and not yours. But you just repping it. I'm from the DPH. What the fuck? I'm gonna Google DPH and see if that shit comes up. Okay, so I type in DPH, and it's Department of Public Health, City and County of San Francisco. I can't pronounce this. Diphenhydramine. Diphenhydramine. Direct payment. Wait, what's direct payments? What's the H for? Because it says direct payments, DPH, enhanced payment program. Okay, so the department will direct managed care plans to reimburse California's 21 DPH. What the fuck is it? Says how toxic is DPH? So they're talking about I'm from the DPH. Nobody knows or gives a shit. And you know it. You're a bald man from nowhere. You're a short, bald man from nowhere.
Further California. So when I'm talking about the game and everything like that, I didn't learn it from Myron, Fresh and Fit. I didn't listen to their podcast and sit back and get all the game that I got from them. I got all the little game, the little bit I got from just being me. You didn't took a whole nother dude's script who was a fraud too, and both of y'all lame. It's crazy because he grew up in New York somewhere, and your ass grew up in Jersey. Not, or you from the East Coast somewhere. Hold on, let me say this, man. On the Lehigh, Pennsylvania. Look, shout out to my brothers on the East Coast, man. But they got y'all down bad right now. Big Brother got you down bad, okay? Let's go down to the next comment of Fugazy. People want to hear this stepfather.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no. You got us down bad. You got us down bad. Let's be clear. He is not bringing, the East Coast down with whatever the fuck he's doing. You got us down bad. Whining because you can't get a thick white chick. Oh my gosh. What happened to Bernard Riley? Life happens. It's either good or bad, the reason he's not online, and it's, in this case, it is good. Same with Sweet Melody Media. Life happens to people, and people get promotions, people have kids, like all kind of stuff. He got a thick white girl, and he no longer feels the need to do this shit. No matter. Listen, I talked to Bernard. He's doing good. He's doing good. He is not in the hospital somewhere, trying to figure out life or anything like that. He's not, he's not gone broke and can't afford internet or something like that. He's doing good. All good.
So white family stuff. Yeah, man, post the whole thing, bro. Shout out to Chef Carter. Fugazy 3 came here for the comment section, not the video. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Yeah, I didn't really want to put the bro out there like that, man. At first, I wasn't gonna say nothing because when Brendan Jamal
Shut the fuck up. At first, I wasn't gonna say nothing, and then you seen what his girl looked like.
I said I wasn't gonna say nothing, but nope, I had to get him. I had to get him. When I find Simps claiming to be red pill representatives, I get mad because it messes up our community. Yeah, it does mess it up. You should have been honest like me, like this here, right? I do trick. I'm a simp. I was simp too. And if it's a single mom, I was listen. I didn't clap some single mom cheeks since I've been in the Manosphere, and we'll do it again. I did clap them up. I sure did, and it was good too. And I paid some bills. What? Expose me. I just exposed myself. But that was one particular.
Yes, I'm sure you did clap single mother's cheeks, like every man out there. So I mean, he's not telling men not to. Rewind it or watch from the beginning. I covered the whole damn thing.
Particular person, but she's still thick too, by the way. And I would do it again. Nice try, Cooley. But what is up with you being a stepfather and you talk down on single mothers, but you're dating one? So let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. No Fugazy, right, man? Now look what he gonna do. He gonna come in the comment section. Tiger Sniper, he got busted in 4K. You're all on the picture. We got you all on video. Now look at him. He trying to pretend like he's somebody else. Cooley will be going live Sunday to expose all the misinformation about his personal life. He's never hid anything or told live. His head.
He is going to go live after my show. And it's not like it's coordinated. Well, it's not coordinated on his side. It's coordinated on mine. I seen that he's going at 3. I'm like, I'm not gonna talk about him at the same time he's talking about himself live. So I went before him to prepare y'all to go over there. When the time comes. He might not, if he has a panel, he might not let me on it because I don't think he's aware that I'm a content creator. And last time I was on, he had to make a special concession for me not being cammed up. So he's one of those people that don't like non-cammed up people on the show. I don't blame him for that. It's not the best look aesthetically, so I get it. But if I can, I'll probably go up.
First of all, this is your ass putting this up here, bro. Ain't nobody stupid. You ain't that tight that you got an assistant commenting on your YouTube. You won't make that much.
Damn, now he's pocket watching. Okay. I mean, he probably makes a lot more on his interracial family channel.
All right, we're gonna just bro, you a sucker. Get on the live tonight and tell everybody. You can make the Sunday so you can think about some lies. So Randall, no Fugazy. You straight up 100% Fugazy. The dude Rodney, how can you be misinformation with real-time footage and pics? Yeah, man, I show big 6'4" ass and they're simping it up. A white single mom. G,
what the got fuck? Notice how he keep bringing up this dude's height? Somebody said, how tall is O'Shea? Not 6'4". Same as me. He's the same height as me, not 6'4". That's how tall he is. He's not 6'4".
Fugazy, you straight up 100% Fugazy. The dude Rodney, how can you be misinformation with real-time footage and pics? Yeah, man, I show big 6'4" ass and they're simping it up. A white single mom. G, you could have got a sister. No, you can't do that. Don't let Dr. Umar find out 900 lashes. No, I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Why do people say don't let Dr. Umar find out? Like I give a shit? Something is truly wrong with any man, any black man who's hiding from Dr. Umar. What in the fuck is that fat nigga gonna do? Fuck another homely stripper? Like what in the hell?
This dude was probably down bad when he met that white lady. All right?
Yes.
This dude was down bad when he met that white lady.
So even if he made the assertion that high value men shouldn't get with single mothers and he was down bad when he met her, then it still holds true. Unless you were born rich, unless you were like Donald Trump, everybody was down bad at some point in their life.
You probably let him have a place to stay. He probably ain't got no job, nothing like that. And he came on here, studied Fresh and Fit. She loaned him the money for the podcast equipment. And you know, the brother's a little.
Yeah, he studied Fresh and Fit 7 years ago. That's how that worked.
articulate. So, you know what I'm saying? He sound like he can really build. And, you know, like I said, he a tall dude. So he like a dude that can get some chicks, man. But them are the dudes that's lames. So he in here crapping, you know, cheeks with.
Wait. He sound like a dude that can get some chicks, but them are the dudes that are lame. DPH. It's lame to have the ability to attract attractive women with no money? So I got into it with a dude. I think it was on Razor Ray's show. And, you know, I just accept the whole educated lame thing because here's the thing about the term educated lame, and really just the term lame in general. Lame is what people use to insult you when they have no insults. Lame is a term that people use to insult you when they have no insults. That's why terms like educated lames come out like, okay, I guess I'm that. If that makes you feel better, I'm that. Because really what you're telling me is that you have no insults. You have no other insults for me. O'Shea has no legitimate insults towards him. I'm from the DPH and you're not from the DPH. Is really? You are desperate. You are desperate for insults. You don't have shit. Yeah, exactly. So now he's saying that attracting attractive women for free is lame. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay. Thumbs up. Good luck in life. And I'm going to continue to attract attractive women. As lame as you think that is. As lame as you think attracting attractive, you know, just like educated lame, as lame as you think education is, I'm going to continue to make money off of my education. So good luck with life. Thumbs up to you. And on second thought, I want you to supersize my meal. Like, what in the fuck do you say to people like that? What in the fuck do you say to O'Shea? I'm curious to know what Cooley. I know he's not gonna, you know, mention O'Shea by name. I truly doubt that he will. But I want to see if he recognizes, because he's a smart dude. I want to see if he recognizes how the insecurity that's going on with this. I want to see if he points out that aspect of it, or if he's just clearing his name.
With BBL, so you know what I'm saying, he sound like he can really build. And you know, like I said, he a tall dude, so he like a dude that can get some chicks, man. But them are the dudes that's lames.
He's like a dude that can get some chicks, but them are the dudes that's lame. Dudes that can get chicks are lame. So what are dudes that can get dicks? Just saying. Like, what the fuck? I mean, the fucking insecurity, the hatred is real as fuck. See, he's looking at him like, look at them Crocs. Look at that watch. You old 6'4" nigga. I know that you got braids underneath that cap. You got the gold watch and shit. You tall ass nigga with a beard, with a full grown beard, and a hat and shit. You got 2 sinks in the bathroom, nigga. I know you could get chicks, but you lame. DPH. Okay. All right. Have a nice life. Alba and Preach just look for opportunities to hate. O'Shea arbitrarily linked him with Fresh and Fit. And because, you know, Alba and Preach has this weird Crip and Blood dynamic going on with Fresh and Fit, you know, and they're on some hater shit too, but they're funnier. They just jumped on the bandwagon.
So he in here crapping, you know, cheeks with BBL Becky and everything like that, and he got on. because she helped him get on. But bruh's a lame. Don't be real. Tiger sniper. You just got exposed, fam. Live your raps, bro. LOL. Nothing wrong with loving your woman, but you're going out sad trying to grift everyone into thinking you're above them when you're doing the exact opposite of what you preach and sell. Cooley will be going live to expose all the information about his personal life. He's never hid anything or told me, yes, you did. You lying, bro.
No,
think about this. You might not have said you didn't date a single mom, but because you're talking down on it and you're doing it, that is a lie.
Oh gosh, how is he really talking down on it? Okay. You don't hide something on TikTok with 1.8 million subscribers. You're not hiding at that point. What are you talking? He is hiding. He has more TikTok people. More people know him as, the father of mixed kids. That's the type of content they do on that channel. They know more people know him as that than this. What are you talking about hiding?
Because of what you're saying as a personal brand. As a personal brand, you're coming down on it and you're doing it. That's a lie. Seal indictment. Oh, you're the guy out here frauding. Yeah, Fugazy. You knocked up a single mom now.
Okay, so people talking about her BBL. According to Saint and Sinner, who's a self-proclaimed, and I quote, wagonologist, he said that it's not fake, that it is real. Okay. I'm talking about her booty. Booty. He said that her wagon she's dragging a legitimate wagon. So he's a self-proclaimed bootyologist. That's what he went to Berkeley for. And or that's what he minored in Berkeley, booty. So yeah. There you have it. Somebody said you could look at the thigh to booty ratio. I'm not really adept at pointing out or determining if a woman has a BBL or not, unless it's really, really bad. If it's really, really bad, then I can tell, but everybody can tell at that point. So it's 2 words against 1. One of the words being the guy that's actually smashing her every night. So I'm going to go with the fact that it's not. And also, I've been in the gym enough to know that white women do deliberately work out ass. There are certain ass workouts that you do, and white women stay doing that. They just do. The ass is a muscle. It can be biggened.
Nasty work. Again, he basically says, the same thing. Chap, LMAO, how you explain the picture? He can't explain it, but he'll say it's AI. Damn, Cooley has a whole TikTok family page with a single mom, girlfriend, baby mama. Oops, another red pillar guru exposed. He's saying the same trash thing. Hold up, Cooley with a white woman with 3 kids in the relationship, though.
Okay, I want to hurry up and finish this. So I could go to what Saint and Sinner was saying.
Now, I think the 2 white kids is his kid, the white kids, but the black kid might be his from another lady. I'm not sure. Bro, you my jigger. Why they saying you wifed up a single mom of 3? Nah, for real. Bro, down bad. So, again, should have known this channel was Chap when he stole all the fresh and fit talking points. This comment section of real entertainment. Don't even have to watch this video here. Cooley, I was down for you, Cooley, until you just got put on blast for being a fraud. You're a stepfather. So now, all of a sudden, he don't want to say nothing. Like the brother said about Reggie Red, you got to get your lies in order first. Hell yeah, you got to get his lies together first, man. What you talking about, man? Again, like I said, I'm not a hater on nobody. Everybody got skeletons in their closet, bro. But you gonna be on here acting like you holier than now when you a sucker, man. That's okay.
Everything before the word "but" is bullshit. I'm not a hater on nobody. Everybody got skeletons in their closet, but
just a sucker, bro. Nobody hating on you. Nobody trying to spread lies on you, bro. That's you right there in 4K, man, with the white chick, bro.
Okay. Am I involved in this too? Maybe, maybe not. Listen, you'll catch me in places like this When I see brothers taking down brothers for no fucking reason, you'll see me there. I cannot stand that. If you've been in this space long enough, you'll know that I cannot stand crab barrel mentality. You know, because remember the last time I was talking about O'Shea, it was because of he was going after Jonathan Majors, a man that has done nothing to nobody. Literally, like, I mean, I can't stand that mentality. When you're trying to take people down for no other reason than because they're tall, that shit pissed me off. And because they're fucking somebody that you never will. Like, and I never will. I'm never gonna smash Megan Good, unfortunately. You know, I mean, it is what it is. But do I have like this raging urge to take Jonathan Majors down? No, he's a talented black man. Fuck all that happened to him. I wanted to see him as Kane the Conqueror. And O'Shea made like 10 videos fucking with him. He's a fucking insecure lunatic. I'm sick of this shit.
With the slides on. Okay, she got a 15-year-old, an 11-year-old, and you didn't think nobody was gonna catch it because all you thought about was money, because you probably had no money before, right? So you thought about all the money you can get by, you know, putting that red and black hair dye in there looking like Dennis Rodman all in your head, and that it was gonna be cool. And then what nobody know. But now
it's weird because I've never seen him with the hair dye. I really don't care, but just saying.
Oh, bro, you done stole all these dudes talking points because you a sucker for real, man. Like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah, exactly. He praised Maya Angelou, like, in all those broads.
You sound good on the mic and everything, but you a real lame, bro. Like 1,800% lame. And it's all good because you probably been protected your whole life and never really been out there all like that. Never had to really get in the trenches with no female for real like that, bro. You just ain't got it like that. But you sound and you.
What in the fuck does he mean getting in the trenches with a female? What in the fuck does that even mean? You never had to get in the trenches with no female. I don't want to be in the trenches with a bitch. Making California look bad. Keep whatever the fuck you got going on in the DPH. Whatever the fuck mentality you have where you're in the trenches with bitches. You know, I mean, I get in bed with bitches. In the back seat with bitches. At the Edgewater Hotel. Why in the fuck are you in the trenches with bitches? Why in the fuck are you in Africa in some fucking trenches with Ugandan bitches? What in the fuck is that even mean? And you're proud of that? He's lame for being able to attract women, but you in the trenches with him. Why in the fuck are you digging mud holes with African bitches? Is beyond me. If they looked worth a damn, they wouldn't be in a fucking trench. When's the last time you seen a beautiful woman in a fucking trench? Why are you in the trenches with bitches and shaming brothers who are not in a trench with a bitch? You ever meet a man with a beautiful woman and say, hey, where did you two meet? In the trenches? What the fuck? Hold on, let me see. Maybe I'm lost context or something, because that didn't make no damn sense.
What nobody know. But nah, bro, you done stole all these dudes talking points because you a sucker for real, man. Like, you know what I mean? You sound good on the mic and everything, but you a real lame, bro. Like 1,800% lame. And it's all good because you probably been protected your whole life.
Once again, holy shit. Once again, when you have no other insults, you use the word lame, which is lame. But when you have no other insults, you use the word lame.
You a sucker for real, man. Like, you know what I mean? You sound good on the mic and everything, but you a real lame, bro. Like 1,800% lame. And it's all good because you probably been protected your whole life and never really been out there all like that. Never had to really get in the trenches with no female for real like that, bro. You just ain't got it like that.
And another thing, like if trenches means struggle and he met her when he was poor or poorer, then he did have to get it in the trenches. Am I wrong?
but you sound and you talk like a lot of dudes who are like maybe tall or guys who are like, oh, okay, he a dude, they get chicks, so it make more sense.
What the fuck? And once again, he's mentioning his height, insecurities. Need a man with insecurities.
From somebody like you until we find out that you're a grifter. Don't worry, your view's about to go down too, bro. I'm gonna tell you, dog. Listen, you down bad right now. Your view's about to go down, fam. Like if whatever you
y'all hear that? Y'all hear the hate in his tone? Your view's about to go down. You're about to go down. You're about to lose some money. You're about to go down, bro. With your height and your beard and your braids and your thick white women. You're about to go down, bro. With your Mercedes Benz. You're about to go down, bro. That is some hater shit. Cause you lame. Okay, I think trenches is supposed to mean dating or competing. Listen, if you don't have to do that, then you definitely are winning. If you don't have to date, then you are on some mode 1 Alan Roger Curry shit right there. If you don't have to compete, it's because you've won. You know, like that's like saying, you know, hey, you ain't never had to fight for anything. That's because people see you and they don't want to fight you. Rest in peace, ARC. Yes, if you don't have to compete, it's because you've won. If you don't have to compete and you're still getting prizes, it's because you've already won. You know, that's like somebody saying, you know, yeah, John Jones ain't never had to compete with GameChanger. That's because he already won. I'm not gonna fight that dude. Well, I would for like a lot of money, you know. And it'll be the same type of fight as that Tyson bullshit. But I mean, what the fuck?
Who's about to do for Christmas, bro? You better hurry up and do it right now. Cause right now, bro, nah, fam, you're not gonna make no more money doing it.
True hater is looking forward to fucking up a family's Christmas because he's tall.
This, you about to be down bad. So I hope it was worth it. You about to be down bad, fam. I hate to be you right now, man. Damn, you better buy them white kids something to eat while you can, dog. Cause you down bad, fam. Damn, I hope that white coochie was that good, bro. Why did you? I just got a question, fam. Why'd you lie though? Can you tell me? I want.
You'll never know. You'll never know. Why you think? I mean, listen. You're thinking about his woman's coochie a lot more than he's thinking about Ugandan prostitute coochie. Than he ever will think about Ugandan prostitute coochie. You're thinking about his coochie a lot more than that. Somebody said how O'Shea stole Christmas. Yeah, that's what it is. There's a lot of these dudes. Shout out to Grinch, but there's a lot of Grinch type niggas that just like sit on a mountain of garbage, looking at everybody else be happy and try to fuck it up.
On the interview, but why did you lie? Was you broke, man? What was going on, man? You didn't think that your fans was gonna find out? Let me tell you about these fans on YouTube, bro. These dudes gonna find out everything about your life. You're gonna get doxxed. They're gonna find out if you blow up. You're gonna have somebody that want to know what you do, where you've been, anything that you saying that's not true. They're gonna fact check it and say that you didn't or didn't. And folks will spend money. So you on here showing your face, telling your name and everything like that, fam. And you out here, you down bad, bro. You down bad. Now these people about to get you, fam. It's not looking good, dog. It's not looking good, dog. It's you down bad for real, bro. Feel sorry for them white kids, man. Damn. For Christmas too? Damn.
This nigga is pure evil. This nigga is pure evil. Fucking with kids Christmas.
Man, why you gotta do them like that? So guys, we think it's your boy Shady Jackson back at again with another episode of the Celebrity Drinker. Put your phone, you just the bell. We're out.
All right, so that's the last one on O'Shea. Now we're gonna hear a letter that he wrote to Saint and Sinner. So let me bring that up. man, I'm glad that part is over. Like yesterday, I did a video, and I'll put it on members only because I can't stand doing that. I did a video on Pop the Balloon show with fat bitches, and I really didn't want to do that, but it was so funny. Because I don't like to look at fat bitches, and I don't like to look at hating ass niggas, but I do it for y'all. So hit the like button. All right, what's next? All right, Saint. Okay, this he edits, so hopefully this is the part where he has the letter. I'm gonna just scan through it right quick. Nah, I mean the hate is flowing through him. He got yellow eyes and shit. The hate is flowing through him. Let the hatred flow through you. No, I am a Jedi. No, you're not. You're a hating ass nigga. All right, hold on. Let me see. Okay. So, yeah, he got the letter right here. It's like he's going to read it for like 2 minutes. All right, give me a second. Damn.
There's a little bit of time if you want me to carry on. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and wrap this up and presume that folks are not interested.
Everything you say, generally, everything you take is and also, if they do that, they have a weakness. That means that you haven't overcome something. But that's not the worst.
Wait, what is this?
Everything you say.
Let me, I thought that this is the part where we read the letter, but apparently not.
In this now. Ladies and saints, it's been a pleasure at this time to fellowship with you all. Until next time.
Okay, so let me see if I can find the letter part. All right, this is when he's talking about. Oh, by the way, all the shit that O'Shea was talking about dudes with braids, but yet here he is, you know.
I've never seen them, so I'm reacting to this reaction.
Innocence in their charm to make money off of it. And one of the guys who's doing.
But anyways, one thing I like about Cooley, and you can really only experience this with men who are on a certain level, was that, you know, in our collaboration, he never held anything back. He was always happy to support, make introductions, and also, you know, ask for.
That's because he's a normal human being. Listen, the 48 Laws of Power clearly states, you know, keep your distance from the unhappy or the unlucky. And O'Shea's clearly unhappy.
For favors, but you can do that when you're giving and taking, and that's one thing I appreciate. Sometimes you collaborate with people and you can tell they view you as competition, they want to outperform you, they don't want to help, and you have a frenemy essentially, and that's one thing I've always respected.
All right, let's do some more.
To ask him to share his thoughts on this, so I'll give you guys a little bit of time if you want me to carry on. Otherwise, I'll just go ahead and wrap this up and presume that folks are not interested.
Okay, so it's not here. At least not readily. So let me see if I could. I should have had it up before, but I had a busy morning on a Sunday afternoon. All right, let's see. Saint. I'm just go to the full video, not the shorts. Tariq Nasheed threw O'Shea some warning shots, and he backed down. Well, yeah, I mean Tariq Nasheed, like the Tommy shit. Like, I mean, it's all the same type of shit. It's a bunch of insecure, like, unfortunately, you know, I mean, the nature of the red pill is going to make some people insecure. And that's because the whole discussion topic is the scarcity of quality women. I'm paraphrasing, but let's just keep it at that. Like, so if that's the subject matter, then you're dealing with people who are suffering from a scarce resource and they're used to being competitive for that resource. And when you're highly competitive, especially if you're losing, then you see everybody as competition, not as an ally. And that's what we're dealing with. And, you know, I've seen this with all of the founding fathers, and including and especially O'Shea, but I've seen it with Obsidian also. And yeah. Speaking of which, here's another thing. Notice how O'Shea how come he didn't keep that same energy for Obsidian? I just thought about that. How come he didn't keep that same energy about Obsidian? So those of you who rocked with the space for a long time, wasn't Obsidian talking mad shit about, like, you know, it's 5 a.m. Have you walked your woman today? You know, he was saying that, followed by she'll have the salad, you know, just he was also on that, you know, don't mess with single mother stuff, you know, like he was on all that. He was with all that stuff, you know. He was with, you know, she can't wear pants. She can only wear yoga pants. He was talking cash shit. And then, you know, come to find out that his girl was grotesquely overweight and she had a bunch of kids, like, while they were together. The fuck? But O'Shea didn't have nothing to say about that. And the reason why is because Obsidian is not 6'4". He don't have braids. He's not as successful on YouTube. So he didn't kick that whole jealousy. He didn't trigger that jealousy response that O'Shea has. Obsidian wasn't able to trigger the jealousy response that puts O'Shea Duke Jackson into a hater protocol. DPH.
Behalf, because that's what a real one does. So he responds. He says, "Yeah, I just peeped that. I appreciate." And mind you, I didn't tell him I was going to read this, so, you know, my apologies to the gentleman. He says, "Yeah, I just peeped that. LOL, I appreciate you for hitting me up before you do a reaction." He says, "But the truth has never been hidden." Point one.
There you go.
When my lady and I met, we were both age 25. I was a single father. She was a single mother.
Okay. So here he is. He's not a hypocrite. He's saying, this is a letter from Cooley. He's saying, we both were 25. I was a single father. She was a single mother. Meaning, for one, he met her a long time ago before he became YouTube famous. She helped build him as a good helpmate should. And now he's very well to do. And so are their kids. A single mother getting with a single father. I don't think he never, I mean, I'm not going to try to prove a negative, but I don't think he ever spoke against that.
I actually think that's very meaningful when you think about it, which is to say, if he's talking to his audience and he's talking to an audience of single fathers, maybe he might advise them differently. However, I'm guessing he probably knows he's talking to an audience of guys who are younger, who are unmarried, and who are starting fresh. And so he's probably essentially telling them not to go down the path that he went down. There are easier roads to go down. And I'll give you an example. I remember when I was 16, I wanted to be an attorney. I met a black partner at a law firm. He was making $1 million at a law firm in Los Angeles. And we were at a gala, actually. I was a young bull. And he said, "What do you want to be?" I said, "I want to be a lawyer just like you, very successful." And he said, "Do not become a lawyer." And I remember this quote. These are his words exactly. He said, "There are easier ways to make money," end quote. And I never forget it. And I ended up following his.
Yes, there is some advice that I would give to younger people that it's really more to the tune of learn from my mistakes. I don't think that that's what Cooley is doing. I don't think that he's saying learn from my mistakes, except maybe he should have met her before both of them had kids. But then again, I'm sure he loves his daughter and she loves her sons. So, yeah.
Advice. Now, would you call him a hypocrite or a liar because he's a lawyer who says don't become a lawyer? So maybe Cooley is.
No, a person in jail who say don't go to jail is not a hypocrite. Once again, that's not where Cooley was going at, but I see Saint's point.
Is a stepdad who's saying don't become a stepdad. And you know what? Frankly, I can see without getting in the situation that it's all bad, but he would know better than even I would to not be a stepdad, being that he's been in that position. So in as much as that's the case, you know, there's validity there, and, you know, logic is not against him. I can understand certainly where someone might say that is hypocritical. I get that. May I acknowledge IDK, right? Saint, will you be a stepdaddy? I would try not to. I would try very hard not to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you would try very hard not to. But even you would probably see like a thick white chick or a thick chick in general, and of course you're gonna do what men do with women who are shaped like that. And if in the process you find other value to her, then who knows? See, they're making it out like Cooley was just dead set against it. Like he was just dead set against it. He was telling others never to do it. Like not even Kelly Sanders was telling them not to do it. When he was saying the criteria of women, he was saying fit, feminine, and friendly. Yeah, he did say that with the average at best, but he's saying like, listen, you're average and you have a kid. Like try to be exceptional at least. So so it's a weird thing.
Would not want to be, like, it's not an ideal circumstance. It's very much suboptimal. He writes, additionally, Cooley is not married, which technically makes his kids bastards, right? Not right. I mean, maybe if you're thinking biblically, or I don't know, like for me, the American government has no authority over me. I am the law. I am my law.
He said technically, and yes, technically they would be, but if he considers their situation if he considers their relationship a non-same-sex marriage, which he has every right to, then no, they're not bastards.
My woman's law, I'm the law to everyone who follows me. So I don't look at the government as my law. I don't look at the Bible as my law. I don't look at the preacher as my law. I'm my law. So if I say I'm married to my woman, that's what it is, and we'll abide by my word and by that law. So if you're in your kid's life, are your kids bastards? No, I think that's a bit extreme. Like, I don't agree with that, but I appreciate you sharing your perspective. Mine differs. That's kind of wild, my boy. Like y'all cats out here is hard on them. Somebody put we need. I think he meant more black lawyers. No, we don't. We need less black criminals. Number one, and number two, we need more black unity. If you must speak for the blacks, stop screwing each other over and then support each other. I think everybody would be better off, right? We don't need more.
Damn, he's speaking directly to O'Shea with that. Yeah, you need to stop screwing people over and support them.
More black lawyers. And in fact, the legal system, the criminal justice system, is itself criminal and unjust. So you really just verify its legitimacy when you go into such a profession. However, we do need more real men in positions of leadership in the legislature, in the Senate, in the Congress, in the presidency, and as judges. Shout out to Jacinto supporting the work. Just went to mdblabel.com, got dripped up, got the tie-dye tee. Shout out. He also got the uniform hat. That's the cold black with the red MDB label. You dig. Log in, boss up, carrying on. Here's the second part. Number two, he writes, I have full custody of my daughter, which only 18% of fathers win. That statistic sounds quite realistic. Now, here's a hood thing. Now, this is just me. I'm not advising you to follow me. You hear me? This is definitely not what Jesus would say. And I remember Jesus says, the fox has a hole, the bird has a nest. I, the Son of Man, who has not even anywhere to lay my head, give away all of your wealth and follow me. This is the opposite of that. I'm saying, don't follow me, nigga. This is crazy. Don't follow me. What I'm about to say, don't follow me.
Okay. I want to hear more of the letters.
Respectfully. If the mom was a dirtbag, man, let the kid stay with the mom. Unless the kid is a son, and like I have faith that this son is going to turn out well. I have some extraordinary faith. Then I'll be like, all right, I'll take him if you don't want him.
Damn, this dude
but
is an asshole.
Otherwise, yeah, stay with me 24/7. That's a beautiful thing. I think that's something that people admire and respect. He's really about fatherhood. And one thing I do remember is when we were laughing of men that have kids, meaning I have my child with me 24/7. That's a beautiful thing. I think starting a new family, do over. That's just me though. Anyways, he writes, so I'm the exception of men that have kids, meaning I have my child with me 24/7. That's a beautiful thing. I think that's something that people admire and respect. He's really about fatherhood. And one thing I do remember is when we were last together in person, he was really outspoken about his love for fatherhood. He really seemed like he draws great meaning from that. True story. He writes, I have my child with me 24/7. I'm like, goddamn, I don't know if I want anyone around me 24/7. I mean, shout out to him. He writes, other single fathers don't have their kids or only see them every other weekend. That's a fair point. I think a lot of people can respect that. But me personally, I mean, really, it's not my thing. Number three, he writes, I always recommend single men and single fathers that don't have their kids 24/7 to stay away from single mothers. I have clips of proof of me saying these things on multiple podcasts. So he says that he recommends single men and single fathers that don't have their kids 24/7 stay away from single moms. So it seems as though he's providing a caveat saying, hey, I'm living in the reality that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I mean, so there's no hypocrisy. If he made those recommendations before, and he's saying, men with no kids shouldn't be with women with kids, that's not something I entirely agree with either. But, if he made that assertion in the past, then there's no hypocrisy. And the last 3 videos that O'Shea did, 2 of which it was after O'Shea seen this snippet, is just false.
Okay, so he says that he recommends single men and single fathers that don't have their kids 24/7 stay away from single moms. So it seems as though he's providing a caveat saying, hey, I'm living in the reality that I have a kid. I'm a single dad. So me being with a single mom, we're equally yoked. Does that make sense? Equally yoked, that terminology? Okay, I think the Christians say that a lot, right? Yeah. Yes, indeed. So that makes sense. Me, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I still be trying to finesse. You heard me? I'll be trying to finesse. Even if I was a single mom, I'm finessing. Anyways, he writes, number 4, my girl does not have 2 baby fathers. I'm gonna just say baby daddies. My girl ain't got 2 baby daddies. He writes, and I'm not the 3rd one. She had 1 baby father before me. I appreciate you clarifying that, bro. People be putting extras on stuff. It's terrible, man. The internet just be so dishonest. They did this man dirty. They did this man dirty. They're like, yeah, she got 2 baby daddies. He the 3rd one. Like, goddamn, they dirty out here, man. The lies. Number 5, he writes, so it's not hypothetical if I'm telling people to not date single moms generally because of the risk and the baggage. It's not hypothetical. I mean, he has experience, so that's real. Number 6, my TikTok channel has been public and never hidden.
Yeah, so the more he reads this, the more O'Shea just comes off as full of shit and some hating ass shit. No hypocrisy proven. Yeah.
I had it since 2020, 4 years ago, now almost 5. And I did many, quote, funny couple videos and mad hundreds of thousands of dollars off of sponsorship deals. I believe it. You hear me? White women sell well. They sell very well. He writes, it's not a.
So from being with this thick white woman, he made hundreds of thousands of dollars. O'Shea cannot stand that.
Griff, it's just me showing some of my personal life in a humorous way and sometimes in an educational way. Fair enough. Now, I don't really watch anybody on TikTok. Too much LGBTQ propaganda.
I just don't watch
Number
TikTok.
7, he writes, my girl is not pressed for marriage. I mean, thank God. She'd be like one of like 3. We did those fake proposal videos for funny content. Okay, I don't know anything about that. But yeah, if you get married under the government, you're a sucker. And that means you also validate the legitimacy of the American government, and I will never do that.
Okay, so he just made an assertion. Cooley didn't, as it pertains to, getting with single mothers, but he just made an assertion. If you marry under the American government, you're a sucker. If he is married, then there is grounds for calling him a hypocrite, but he could also defend it with, learn from my mistake. I was a sucker. That's it. That's how you can call somebody a hypocrite. That's whatever O'Shea was doing wasn't that.
They're not legitimate. Number 8, he writes, if I'm a hypocrite for telling people not to date single moms because I'm the exception to the rule, that's like telling people to park in handicap parking. Excuse me, that's like, let me read this real quick and make sure this makes sense before I read this out loud. Okay, I got it. All right, I got it. Here we go. Number 8, he writes, if I'm a hypocrite for telling people not to date single moms because I'm the exception to the rule, that's like me telling people to park in handicap parking because when I didn't get a ticket. It's dumb. I should tell people to do what's best generally. So the sentiment he was trying to express with that analogy is that
I got it.
If I got a single mom who I get along with and I'm telling you to avoid them because they're generally dirtbags. There you go. I'm just trying to simplify it here. You hear me? The black folks say, make it plain, make it plain.
I get it. I mean, Tupac didn't go around telling other people to get shot. I'm talking about after the first time. He didn't say that. He's like, yeah, I got shot, I survived, so you should get shot too. Like, yeah, you don't. Yeah.
Okay. Number 9, he writes, I didn't choose this single mom due to my lack of options. I chose, and you know what? The bro got options in a real way. I remember we had a couple thoughts at the dating show in Vegas, and they didn't seem to care at all that he had a daughter. Anyway.
Okay, so there you have it. And that's why O'Shea, because the last 2 videos of O'Shea's that I showed you all is O'Shea after he heard this part. So yeah, bro got options, and that's pissing O'Shea off more. And that's why his other videos was like, yeah, he got options, but he's lame. He's not from DPH. He's lame. That's what we're dealing with.
Wasn't hiding it because he was having this conversation with me in front of them and they were still DTF. It's really sad, these thoughts. He writes, I chose her because she added more value than any woman ever did. I can't verify or deny this. I'm not in his life. I don't know what's going on. So I would just have to take his word for it. He writes, and most men choose single moms due to lack of options or due to, quote, wants to save a girl, end quote, because
there's no way around this. Fugazy did the same shit Down on the Shark did. They are both perpetuators of personalities. You haven't been paying attention.
because they were raised by a single mom. So I can't validate anything that he's saying. This is what he's saying. Still, all the same, I tell you to avoid single moms at all costs in every situation. Number 10, he writes, she does not have a BBL. And you know what? As an expert wagonologist,
she told you.
I think that sounds legit. I think that sounds legitimate. I think I can believe that she does not have a BBL. Why his old lady can't just be thick, huh? Why she can't just be turbo thick? She already had 2, well, now 3 kids, or 1 on the way. She could just be that thick.
Yeah.
Y'all need to quit hating.
This is true. All right, so let me stop that. And so now y'all know why at least that aspect of the manosphere. It's not many people that, let's just say, are making 6 figures on YouTube. Somebody like Lead Attorney, for example. It's not too many people that can say that they made it big to where they can live comfortably solely off of their YouTube income that has come up under the founding fathers. And that's because it's a weak foundation to come up under. And that's because, there's a lot of jealousy and there's a lot of crab barreling. Once you reach a certain height in either your personal life or your YouTube career, they will take you down. And since, they are the foundation that you're trying to build your channel on, it will collapse when they do that. I've seen it happen so many times with the founding fathers. It happens over and over and over again. And also because they attract a certain type of audience because of what their personality is. And that audience is Black men that enjoy seeing other Black men fail. So and I've seen this happen on my own show, and Bernard's seen it happen on his show too. So once you have an audience full of people who are just waiting for your channel to fail, waiting for you to fail in life, then all it takes is a trigger, is for something to happen. And then all of a sudden, the majority of your audience, it just turns against you out of nowhere. They all just shouting, DPH or whatever 3 letters. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Bernard. They're all just shouting that in the chat room, clawing at you, waiting for you to, hoping that you fail. So you can't really build anything if that's your I'd rather have no followers than a bunch of followers that's just, circling around, hoping that I take down another YouTuber or hoping that I get taken down as a YouTuber. It's all the same to them. It's all blood. And I'm not talking about, the other type of blood. I'm talking about it's all just blood in the water. Like they're just circling like sharks waiting for blood in the water. I don't get why you're saying this. So yeah, why would you take it serious? It is just entertainment. And we all know this. I know that I'm entertaining. That's why I said I don't take dessert seriously. It's just sweets. Yeah, I know that. But he said he dated hot chicks. Who are you talking about? Donovan Sharp or Cooley? Okay, I got you. Well, I'm not gonna rank people's girls by numbers at least, but I will say that Cooley's girl is significantly hotter than Donovan Sharp's girl. I think Donovan Sharp knows that. It's not, she's younger. I'm considering a thick redhead single mother, considering one kid. Yeah. I mean, yeah, make your decision. It's one of those things, I mean, learn from the experiences of others, but make your decision. But so now we have our answer. Cracks in the Manosphere Foundation, it was tainted to begin with. It was started by, people who are highly insecure, highly competitive, have been not really winning that competition. And, that doesn't necessarily disqualify them, but the way that they react to it, they're unable to create a proper brotherhood because they look at brothers as enemies. And that's why it became stagnant for a while. And then they all just left. Well, I mean, not Obsidian. Obsidian got booted out for fucking with somebody. But at least he was fucking with a woman, a feminist, like O'Shea's fucking with a dude. Like this is madness, Oh, I'm for black people, but I want your kids to have an unmarried Christmas. I want your kids to have an unmarried Christmas, but I'm for black people in the black community. Isn't Jonathan Majors black? Isn't he black? Isn't Fugazy black? Okay, let me see if Fugazi started. Oh crap, Skylar's on. All right, so I'm be going back and forth to both of them. No. Yeah, he's live. So yeah, it looks like O'Shea looks like his kids is going to have a Merry Christmas because there is super chats in there and there's 396 people watching after being on for 3 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the chat room so it can be 70 more watching. And fuck the haters. So thank everybody that participated. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace. Oh, by the way, hit that like button. Peace.